Computers, yes. Notes, yes. Dice, yes. Booze, yes. Okay.
Sorry, my dumb ass hit a button.
All right, Adam, you want to do the intro?
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. That's no problem. So
Yeah.
we are.
We're
So
posting
let's
it.
see. Let me do a test run here real quick. Make sure I got my head straight. Okay, welcome to Role Playing Exchange. And tonight we are playing. I introduce myself. And tonight we're playing Red Markets with special guest GM Patrick. That sound good? And then we'll just start kind of going off. I mean, I'm walking around blindfolded, guys. I'm kind of going with this.
Sure.
Okay.
Looks for me.
Alphabetical as usual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just mute things so that pop-ups don't give me any noise.
All I know is I go first and then Aaron, or I'm introducing myself, so it would be Aaron, and then I can't see anyone else's names on the phone.
It would go Aaron, Adam, Chris, Lonnie, me, Sid.
Okay. All right, let's just give it a few seconds of silence here. Hello, welcome to the Role Playing Exchange. This is Adam, and tonight we are going to be playing Red Markets with special GM Patrick. Patrick, what do you got in store for us today? Huh?
Oh, nothing but good things.
Oh, awesome.
The best things. The hugest thing.
So tonight's victims are...
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm playing low end.
Awesome. I'm Adam, as previously stated, and I will be playing Shears, a latent beautician.
I'm Chris, and I am playing operator, and I'm definitely not a steward.
You'd have to tell us if you were.
Yeah.
I'm Lonnie, and I'll be playing Martin Luther, your latent preacher.
And we have a new player.
Oh, yeah. Hi, my name is Sid, and I'll be playing the Norwegian professor.
Okay.
And Jared will be joining us in a bit. He's just not at his computer right yet.
Oh, okay. You can meet on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the job. Road. I've written a few jobs for this, and road means wildly different things in some of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so because it is such a new player, we can sort of also introduce new listeners to this concept with stuff. So it is 5 years into the zombie apocalypse. We are all in Minnesota, the collection of small survivor colonies called 10K Lakes. It is, I think we said it was fall or autumn, as is actually the word. So the color in the leaves is going, the weather's starting to turn. Adam has some children present.
Yep.
Yeah. So in the words of the Starks, winter is coming. It's not here yet, but everyone is very interested in getting prepared because while global warming is a thing and became really a thing in the years leading into the zombie apocalypse, winter is still a motherfucker, especially in Minnesota. So everyone is weathering, is gathering resources. The farms are beginning to harvest, storing things in whatever silos they can form out of corrugated iron. And of course, for you guys, because you're not farmers, you're not whatever, your resource is going to be bounty, and you need to say upload. So we're going to start with something else. Should we go alphabetical again?
Sorry, you kind of roboted a little bit.
Am I roboting it still?
No, you're better.
Okay, shall we do vignettes in alphabetical order again?
Sure.
Okay, so Aaron, low end. What enclave is low end at again?
Hold on, sorry, I'm looking for the enclave list. I think I'm at Iron Peaks. I think that's what it's called.
Iron Mountain, the archivist information storage facility, to cathedral to whatever comes after us. Okay, so is that your home base or is it just where you're staying?
That's just where I'm hanging out for the moment.
Okay, and are you the elsewhere? Or are they with you?
All right. Sorry, what?
Are your dependents with you? Is this
No.
thing going to be taking place over a Skype call or in person, basically?
In person. Sorry, I was.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
Iron Mountain.
I'm in Split Rock. Not.
Oh, Split Rock. That's
Sorry.
the
Yeah.
fishing village.
Yeah, I was wrong. I'm
Floating
sorry.
armada on the lake. Okay. That's fine. Okay. And has anyone played your dependents before? Because floating GM, we don't retain institutional knowledge, I'm afraid.
They have not. No.
Okay. Does anyone want to? It's open to anyone?
I think I've played it before, but I was jamming.
Well, you were GMing, but you want to do it again?
Sure. Hey, Patrick, I think you're breathing into your mic.
No, I'm hearing it too.
Okay. Somebody's breathing into their mic.
And I'm hearing it while I'm talking, so that'll be some impressive vocal tones. Okay.
All right, well, it's fixed.
Yeah, so harvest time in Split Rock is kind of tricky. It means more a matter of money coming out than going in because, it's not like harvest means much to fishermen.
Yeah.
But it is a busy time. Everyone's trying to earn enough to sell their wares so that they can buy grain and such from other enclaves, from farming enclaves. Which means that this whole scene is sort of taking place on very busy dockside. Everyone's hauling things and cursing and being sailors. So, what are you trying to do with this vineyard? Are you trying to establish something, cope with trauma, or what was the third one? And deal with someone's problems.
I'm going to establish something in the community. You said it's about harvest time, right?
Yeah.
So would that put this around October?
It's the end of October, I believe.
The end of October. Okay. I am trying to see if anyone on the dock might be selling any kind of produce to procure a pumpkin for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so you and your dependent, who again I haven't got the sheet, so I don't know who that is, are out preparing for Halloween. Okay, so Chris and Aaron give us that little scene.
All right, well, who am I playing, Aaron?
Right now, we'll do Maxine again. I need to figure out a second dependent.
Okay, how old is she?
10, like 12.
I remember when I was little, before the crash, me and my dad, before he wasn't my dad anymore, we would go like put on costumes and then we would make pumpkins and then we would get candy. We do that?
You know what, Maxine? We're going to do the best version of that we can manage. Because Halloween is the greatest time of year.
Yay!
All right.
Okay, I'm just going to roll dice for no reason whatsoever. Okay. No, Sonny didn't tell me anything. So you get to the market stalls, and this is stuff that is coming in from places like Hope or Knott's Berry. So some turkeys still haven't been gutted. It's very like medieval marketplace where you're seeing people butchering the animals right in front of you.
Maxine points at one of the turkeys being gutted and just says, "That looks like Grandpa."
That's sorry to hear that, Maxine. Let's keep walking. Don't look at the eviscerated birds. I'm just gonna steer her away from that.
But some people are getting into the Halloween is coming spirit. Someone has sort of refashioned a trash bag and some wire coat hangers into like a witch's pointy hat, which is about the quality of Halloween costumes in the post-apocalypse. Someone has like spirit gummed actual bolts to his neck to try and be a Frankenstein kind of. And the dice I was rolling was to see if someone had the stupid idea to be a zombie.
Oh
And
god.
it was a bad roll. So yeah, they did.
Oh Christ.
It's like this is the fifth Halloween since, so like most people remember like, oh yeah, that one kind of stopped being funny.
Yeah.
But not all the time. So yeah, there is someone who sort of sees a little girl, tries to inject a little Halloween wonder into the world, and then sort of lurches towards her, doing the arms outstretched, mouth agape thing.
She screams. I scream and immediately try to jump off the boat.
Whoa, hey, no jumping off the boat. Just a costume. I'm just gonna look at the guy. Dude, come on. Really?
Yeah, everyone sort of gives that guy. Yeah, come on, and like someone throws a rotten pumpkin at him, and it sort of splatters, and everyone has a good laugh at that.
Yo, hey, Maxine, it's alright. Come on. Grab my hand. Let's go. Walk past him.
But now you have half a pumpkin. The bits that didn't splatter on his head.
We do have half a pumpkin. Okay, so I'm going to pick up that half a pumpkin.
And you'll make do.
Yes.
It's the lit spirit. You'll make do and mend.
Exactly.
Okay, Adam. What are Shia's dependents, and whereabouts are you?
Okay. Well, something was brought up last time in a previous game with Shears and her dependents, but Shears lives in the latent enclave, and her uncle, her dependent, her somewhat elderly disabled uncle Jesse is like, he was living there and he still is, but they're in the process of working with one of the other enclaves. Like Shears is offered to, like exchange relatives, so to speak. Somebody's family had a family member become a latent, so they're going to adopt Uncle Jesse, and she's going to eventually, start taking care of this one person here who had, became immune.
Oh my god! So it's
blatant.
Like a custody swap.
Yeah, it's like wife swap, I guess you could say, except it's like dependent swap. So so we're in the process of doing that. So I guess I would be trying to help my uncle get his stuff ready for the trip.
Oh, so you're sort of doing the whole moving van thing, like you're trying to pack him up.
Yeah, as much as I can without actually touching too much stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of hazmated out as I help.
Okay.
So who wants to play my uncle, who's not a bastard?
So I can't then.
Chris, if you want to, but like I don't know.
He just played a dependent. How about Lonnie?
Lonnie.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about your uncle first.
He's just he's my father. Just my father's brother. Well, that's how it works, Lonnie. Shit. I mean, no, I'm sorry. He is the only family that I have left alive, and he was a kindly man. Now Chris turned out to be a real bastard and had me get him a porno magazine in the last session. So that was awkward as fuck. So we're still trying to get past that. I had to get Uncle something for his spank bank kind of thing.
Ah, okay. And you live in Covenant?
Yeah, I live in Covenant, but also, let's see what else. I wouldn't say suffer, but I have a bit of a misandry thing going on, so I hate men.
Oh, okay.
And it's been it's been, I love my uncle, but he's a dude kind of thing.
I understand.
I made this too complicated.
No, you're fine.
All right, so your Uncle Jesse.
So I guess today is the day.
Yeah. I appreciate you going with me this far.
Well,
I really do. And like, this isn't goodbye. Like, I'll still be providing for you over in whatever. What enclave should go into? Quick, Chris, give me an enclave.
Operation Ellenson. No. Zephyr's
Is
Bounty.
that a good one or?
That's the
Okay.
Crusaders.
I like the.
It says Evans Bounty, so he's going to go live up on a wind farm.
I'm gonna go on a sample.
A nice
nice
wind
farm
farm
upstate.
Yes.
Yeah, a nice farm upstate. Uncle,
Run away.
Okay, so if it's Evans Bounty who are like the eco power guys, that means instead of a moving truck like this, solar electric car has pulled up, and it has
yeah,
zero trunk space because that's where the battery lives. So he's just sort of crammed everything in, including quite a few cardboard boxes labeled "Fun," apparently, into the back there. And
Yeah.
there's, like, if they hadn't been trading their latent for your not latent, like there probably wouldn't also be room for a person in there. Like, those things aren't big.
yeah. So, this isn't goodbye. This is just till I can get us away across the fence. So,
I
I know things got a little weird for us recently and all that, but I mean, we're still all each other has, and I'll be looking out for you.
well, that's why I worry. You'll be by yourself. No male figure to guide you. That's not good.
Well, think of me as Rosie the Riveter. That's latent. So, I'm gonna roll up, try to open those doors that typically a penis would open before, Unc. So, I've got this.
I just shake my head because I don't know how my brother raised such a child. I just don't.
So, I really, from a mechanical standpoint, Patrick, I suffered no damage whatsoever last game. So, I'm good.
Well, then, yeah. If there's no humanity damage to heal, then it's really just a matter of establishing character and selling. So there is the driver. The driver arrives with a sigh of relief because if they're driving with a latent in this tiny car next to them, they're driving in a hazmat suit, basically.
And I also love the
then-
fact that it's an elderly latent.
Yeah, and then they have to sanitize the whole passenger seat. So there's a big while you're having this dramatic conversation in the background, there's this guy just frantically scrubbing the passenger seat. Then unzips the hazmat suit when the uncle gets in and is glad to breathe. And then drives off.
I tap the top of the car in I love you Matt fashion, and the driver kind of groans knowing that he's going to have to scrub the top of the car now.
Damn it.
I wave very weakly.
All right, so and scene. Thank you guys.
Chris is next. So operator. Have we seen operator quote unquote on screen before?
Yes, we have.
Okay, good. I haven't though. So remind me.
What enclave does Catfish live in?
Catfish lives in Valentino.
All right. I'm at Valentino, and I'm going to bear a burden for Catfish.
Okay. So just so to get this reference, Catfish is my player character. He is bait. He was a citizen that was, hence the name, catfished by a raider who sold him this sob story and I need to get back to the recession to I'll marry you and all that but the catfish story. Turns out he just wanted to beat him up, steal his stuff, and then slip through the gap in the fence that he created on the way out. And so now Catfish is the most gullible motherfucker in the Lost and stuck on the wrong side of the fence. So he's this mopey, sad nerd, basically.
He's a sad boy.
He's sad boy. Okay, so and Valentino is this kind of School of the Damned thing, Village of the Damned, those weird same kids in a prep school. Okay, so this is taking place. We'll say. I did have this scene. So this is taking place overlooking the playing fields, which have overgrown because the groundskeeper they had to decapitate. So there's just fields and fields of long grass, and then the sports things. You kick the ball between them. I don't know if it's the uprights, I think you call them. Just sort of erasing at them. And it's late afternoon, quite enjoying it. He's just sort of sitting there fiddling with something electronic for one of the Rogers to fix. Oh, hey, opera, right?
Operator.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. So you called me all the way out here, and you don't even know my name. What do you want?
Well, it's just okay.
Spit it out.
The people here are really creepy. I wanted someone to talk to who wasn't, trying to size me up for one of those blazers that they have, or talk about how there's this great purpose and asking me what my kill count is. It's really weird. I just wanted to talk to a human.
All right, that's fair.
Like,
Well,
do you know how long it's been since I talked about the weather?
oh man, and the weather's fucked right now, isn't it?
Oh no! I mean, it was like it snowed yesterday, and then like at lunchtime, and then by dinner time, I couldn't wear a jacket. It was so hot. It's fucked.
Dude, I have to wear. Whenever I go out, I have to have like 4 sweaters and a tank top just in case. And all that stuff takes up space, and like every single time I have to wrap it all around my drone because if I drop my drone, it's gonna break, and it's just a pain in the ass, man.
And I had this vision when I was sort of thinking about Valentino. So we'll work it into this scene.
Yep.
So as this is happening, there is a raider who thinks he's hot shit, sneaking through the tall grass towards them, and like it's completely obvious, like he's not that hot shit at all.
Oh shit, man! Check it out.
Oh,
It's gonna be good.
I don't like to watch this though. Like this is sick, man. They're playing with him. And
Well,
then
would you rather?
he reaches the uprights, and then suddenly out of the tall grass, like shark fins, pop hockey sticks with like prepubescent children, with like adolescents at this point attached to them, and then the chase is on. Oh, can we look at literally anything else?
All right,
Please?
fine.
The camera cuts away just before he goes down.
You hear someone yell "goal."
Like I'm saying, like he goes down, the grass covers everything, and then like whack whack whack, something flies up out of the grass. It might have been severed somehow. We don't know, and we're just like he didn't even get a chance to scream. It's just like ugh.
Box cutters tied to the hockey sticks.
Oh yeah, or they've been sharpened.
Yeah, and Catfish like is so eager to talk about literally anything else that he like elucidates you on the finer points of this anime he saw once.
All right.
That is your evening.
So I'm bearing a burden though, so I need to get something for him.
You do. Well, given what I know about your character out of character, I think I know what you're trying to accomplish with this. You're trying to get something out of Catfish, or like foster a reputation in him or something like that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I can do that for you, but you'll owe me a favor later.
Yeah. So we could call this a rep spot.
All right.
The first nice person that I met or something like that, and if you want to get Catfish to do something, you can play that rep spot.
All right. Awesome.
Is that cool?
Cool.
Okay. Lonnie is next.
Yeah, I think I'm dealing with trauma because I just got over a sucking chest wound.
Oh, that'll do it. So it's a rather literal definition of getting over trauma.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in Covenant as well, aren't you? Because you're late.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so
My father's kind of sad that he didn't get to go on the Leighton exchange program.
Mm. So, what does healthcare look like in a Bible thumping, militantly Bible thumping in both senses of the word, enclave? Who do you think is the because you presumably like paid to have some of this healed? Who did you pay?
Well, I probably paid. I probably played the guy who they just call Doc Sawbones. Because
Okay.
it's a community of doomsday preppers who are all latents.
So you didn't call for an expert from Mayo?
No.
Look, the guys in Covenant might try like prayer healing, but that's probably more effective than homeopathy.
No. There are real. I mean, doomsday preppers. There are guys there with med kits out the ass. So.
Yeah, but medical supplies have expiration dates too. Okay, so this is. Do you think he has? So he'd have like a clinic. Given that this is like a. What's the structure of Covenant again? Because it's not a survivor bunker. It's like a camp, wasn't it?
It's a former it's like a lodge area. Just basically the Latents kind of took it over. It was a Bible camp.
So it's a summer camp, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh my God! Please tell me you still do summer camp trappings.
What I'm thinking is, if you're doing medicine in a latent enclave, vectors are a concern.
Yeah.
Because if you lose the patient then loses you.
Well, doctors tend to work with nail guns on the instrument table.
So what I'm thinking is there was like a substation or a generator for the camp that had wiring fence around it, and so like the generator blew out years ago, and has mostly been like stripped for parts and taken down. So they've strung a tarp basically to keep the rain off, and that's like the clinic is this this wire mesh cage. So if someone goes vector, you just like lock them in and wait for it to pass. Okay.
Like an episode of MASH.
So has anyone played one of your dependents before? And would you like anyone in particular?
I don't have any particular preferences. Why don't we let Adam do it?
Okay. And who's he playing?
He could play the doc. He could. I mean, I don't have very many friends in the community.
Okay, so I could play Doc.
Doc Sawbones, yeah.
Doc Sawbones.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I thought I had myself muted. I guess you heard my child screaming in the background the whole time. My
No,
apologies.
you're muted.
Okay. All right, sweet. So you've just been shot in the chest. Okay.
Yeah, I've been dealing with a sucking. Well, no, not shot. I fell into a sharpened doorknob. For 14 points of damage.
As one does.
So do we need to start talking about abusive relationships?
And what is your character's name again?
Martin Luther.
Okay. Well, Martin, stop me if you've heard this one before, but, you know, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you, so to speak.
What do you do when the doors split you, Doc?
I don't know. Listen, like, humor is supposed to be one of these things that we use to, you know, soften any kind of blows and stuff like that, but we're kind of in hell right now, so it falls a little flat. My apologies. So, looks like you're convalescing quite nicely. I don't know if you'll ever be 100%. Looks like there's some possible nerve tissue damage. But the human body is amazing. And am I latent as well, Lonnie?
Yes.
I look down at my arms and kind of like you adapt. You know what I mean?
Yes. I guess I do. I just. You have to have the nail gun there.
Well, it's not. Listen, like I know it was kind of freaky with me doing surgery, holding the pneumatic nail gun. Which, guys, by the way, that's the one that they use to slaughter cattle in the stockyard.
Oh,
Like
the bolt gun. Yeah.
yeah, it just shoots like like essentially a gutter nail into their head. Like so, as I was operating, one of my assistants or myself was holding the gun next to Lonnie's head in case he starts saying he's sorry. So, like, I apologize. I'll put that down. He kind of sits it under the table. Listen, there's people over I hear in Chicago that are putting collars on our necks and like detonating them whenever they think we went back to like you just need to be cautious. And so
I just thank you, Doctor, for putting that away.
no, anytime. But if you do need anything else, just let me know. Like if you got the bounty, I've got the time. I look at my nail gun.
I was gonna say, like you're out of the woods now, and then we cut over to the nail gun, and on it is the label that says the woods. You're out of the woods. It's fine.
So
Okay. So maybe. Okay. So did you have any trauma to heal?
I have a stress and a trauma.
Okay. I know that Vignette technically wasn't with a dependent, but in this downtime, you have healed some trauma. So you clean the column off. If you didn't take that off already. Okay.
All right.
And Sid. So this will be our introduction to the professor. So what does it's sort of in the language of film, the sort of the panning up from the legs shot to introduce the character. What does that look like?
The professor is sitting at he's probably in, now I need to look at the list of lighthouses. He's probably in Split Rock.
Okay.
Just like sitting and looking out over out over Lake Superior, blankly watching like the water and the waves. He's a kind of ragged-looking man in his like early 40s, like wearing like pretty like tired and weathered like hunting gear. And at his side, like sits this like heavy hunting rifle.
Heavy hunting rifle.
Just
okay.
like idly sitting there and looking out over the water, like trying to forget where he is and the situation he's in.
Okay. So who are your dependents?
My dependents is my son Johannes and Emily Moreau, who is a French Canadian and co-worker. Also, now has become his lover since getting stuck so far away from his home country.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're middle distancing, staring out into nothing and just trying to think of nothing. When in comes, we'll say it's your son, Johannes?
Yeah,
Is it a hard or a soft
Johannes.
J? Johannes. Okay. And
he's he's like 22 now, I guess. I guess we have 5 years into 5 after the crash, right? So it would be 22.
Okay, so he is pulling off his shirt. He's been sort of making his way as a fisherman, which it's steady work, but it's eventually the lake's going to run out of fish, or one day he's going to go out there and fall in and not get out, or crack his head on the side of a boat or something. He's sort of pulling off his shirt and sort of holding it to the light, going, the holes of holes and the patches of patches. When was the last time you saw a new shirt? You probably had a different accent. Sorry.
Just do whatever accent. The closest would be like a Minnesota accent or something, I guess.
I guess is that something like a Fargo, like, oh yeah, Oh, hey there, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, like not the whole like that bit, but like a lot of and the surrounding
Oh, yeah.
area was originally like Norwegian and Scandinavian like immigrants.
Hmm. That's why I think they still have Lutefisk out there, wasn't it? Anyway. He sort of built.
Lutefisk is terrible. I'm just
Yeah.
going to point that out. It's
Yeah.
not great.
Yes, it is. It's the worst.
No.
But yes, he's
As a
holding up.
Norwegian, I can say it's the worst.
Yes, he's holding up this shirt, and it looks like just a weirdly shaped net. It's got so many holes in it. And he sort of sighs and bundles it up and tosses it in the corner for things to say. Look, Dad, we really need to get some new things in. We're just kind of running empty now, yeah.
Yeah, seems that way.
How's the view? Huh? You been looking out?
Reminds me of the fjords back home, but bigger.
Yeah, they do bigger here. That's one thing you can say about them Americans. They do bigger.
Yep.
But look, Dad, we I need to know: are we really ever going home? Is this home, or is home? You know?
Yeah, Professor sounds heavily. I'm like, I looked around, and it's not. If we're ever going to make it home, I don't know what that place would be anymore. Nobody knows if what happened here happened back there.
Because, like, we can make we're kind of in a holding circle here. We can make a life here,
Yep.
or we can make a go of it. And we've been kind of not answering that question for 5 years now. I think I just slipped into Irish.
Yep, that happens.
Let's mix all these accents together.
It's a European tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's sort of the challenge. You know, are you going to settle down and make a life of it here? I mean, he's a grown man now. Your son, by this point, maybe you were married at this point in his age, and he's been kind of holding on because he doesn't know if he was here. No,
I'm not married.
Okay.
Yeah, Johannes basically lives in a split home. Professor and his wife split up 10, 15 years ago or something.
Right.
So the hunting trip they originally traveled on was supposed to be a get together and a bonding experience, and that didn't end up well.
But the crash happened when he was old enough to still think of Norway as home, and he's sort of spent the last 5 years sort of living that. You know how when you're living in temporary accommodation, like a student flat, you're not really living there. You've not moved in with the expectation of that. He's been doing that, and he's sort of at the point where we're going to keep doing this, whatever. So that's sort of my idea of maybe a motivation for why you might want to save up to settle down, why you might be saving up to settle down or to move away or whatever that might be. And at that point, we'll say to bring everyone together that you get the call because you have recently joined Freelance, the Pan Enclave. I guess this is like Fiverr for killing zombies.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just sort of pick it up as you go. One of those. It's the gig economy. The gig economy survived the zombie apocalypse.
Yep. The professor, being a professor, is yep, I'm not used to this economy.
Yeah.
Used to having tenure in a stable job.
I'll tell you what, since the way I usually do it is I will guarantee one job you know about and can go for, and then you can find the others. Some people like to do it you'll introduce all three and choose between them. So I'll introduce one to you off the bat because it's someone who was recommending you to it. So you get a call from someone you know from the film community. They're still kind of going into recession, asking if you happen to know a man called Frederick April, because he's looking for a crew to do something in the loss.
Do I know him?
You had something in your skill list that was artistic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have art history.
Yeah. So give me art history
Yeah.
or research would also work if it's higher.
I have research at where's my research skill? Wow, I can't read this green on white background. Yeah, they're both +2, so
Sure, do whatever you want.
Yeah. That's 5/2.
Success. So
April is black is player dice, right? Red is
black
market.
is good, red is bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 5/2.
So Frederick April, before obviously the end of civilization, was a quite notable cinematographer. He worked on he sort of made his career on the critically acclaimed zombie trilogy, Their Billion Hands, by Thomas Neroth. So yeah, he was a guy who made like really, but like obviously you sort of rolled your eyes at the zombie genre, but like being quite a serious cinematographic artist, is that a word, cinematographic? Forget what it is. Was sort of making what was generally considered at the time to be sort of the best a zombie movie could be. The trilogy, the first trilogy at least, was considered like the godfathers of the genre. And apparently he is in the recession looking for someone to do something in the loss.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So that can be the sort of oh, he's looking for people to do things. I know a person. We cut to either the group chat that this is happening in, or maybe you've all met face to face.
I think the professor is like pretty new to the game.
Yeah. But forums being forums.
In his on stage. Yeah.
So Adam, I'm getting a very good overall audio image of your nostrils. You're breathing quite heavily into the microphone.
I am so sorry. It's the headset. My daughter headbutted me and it moved my mic. So I'll fix it. Thanks, guys.
Okay. So we can say this sort of scene is taking place over text, maybe. Yeah. So you all have reasons to need to find a job. You sort of instance this group chat. You are aware of one job, Their Billion Hands. There are other jobs out there that you can look out for, or you can find out more about this specific job. And again, everyone can take one action towards that. So you can find another job or find more information.
All right. I will use my contacts and find out who the competition is for Their Billion Hands.
Okay, go ahead.
So let's say this is a research check.
Yeah, that works.
10/8.
Okay, so you're looking around at just assessing who else has been commenting on the thread where he was posting about looking for people working in loss. And you see some responses by members of another Taker crew called Inherent Vice.
Gotta nip that in the bud.
Yeah, Inherent Vice, are a crew operating out of Iron Mountain. They're archivists. So obviously, if the job is something involving media or art objects, they would be very interested in getting their hands on that to store away in their archives. That though they're not soldiers, but they're pretty good scavengers. If it's something out there you need to go and find, they're pretty good at finding things. Okay, so you know the competition.
Okay.
So that's Chris's action. Aaron, Adam, Lonnie, and Sid. You can still find out more information or find another job or something else.
I would like to try to figure out more about the job I was offered.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
So that could be research or networking or make a case, basically. Almost any skill can do something.
For me, it would be research because I don't have networking.
Sure.
So let's see how this goes. No, that's 2. That's 9 red and a 2 on the black die.
No, you kind of go on one of those, you know, those you fall into a Wikipedia hole. You know, you kind of oh, Thomas, you know, for example, Thomas Roth, and then sort of reading the summaries of the different films and the series, and then by the time you know someone's poking you, you realize you've accomplished nothing and half an hour has passed.
Don't forget you can always tap a reference.
Can tap a reference.
That means I make a reference, I guess, or
Make one up.
You define.
yeah, okay, yeah. This is my first time playing Red Markets, so
It's fun. So you can come up with an NPC who might know something you would want. So if you're trying to find out, for instance, the equilibrium of the score, it might be another taker who has the inside scoop on something, or you might, what else? You've got the competition. If there's, I think you can just go with a tough spot, something like that, or some more information regarding the job. Could be someone in the recession who might know some gossip, or can feed you the news.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like call or like send a message to one of my older coworkers, like who worked in, like, not one of the ones that were on my hunting trip, but someone I knew in the US who specialized in technically, I guess, movie history.
Okay.
Keep in mind, if you do that, you need to spend a charge on some form of technology, like Ubix.
I have Ubix specs, so
spend a charge.
I spend 2 charges because that shit is hungry.
Okay. So you did a call to what would be a good name? Professor Bella Lugosi, no relation. It's Bella with Bella with 2 L's. She hates the reference. It's Isabella Lugosi or Annabella Lugosi.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's even a slight resemblance. She has quite arched cheekbones, and she's quite pale as she sort of turns in the chair to see you. Yes. Oh, Professor.
Bella, how are you?
Oh, I am keeping very well. She pours herself a glass of red wine. What can I do for
She
you?
probably live. Yeah, she probably lives in the recession as well.
Yeah. You stare
Also,
at the wine. It's the last proper alcohol
Can
you've seen
somebody
in
just
years.
what was the name of the man? It's late in my.
Frederick April. Frederick April. I'll write it in the chat.
Frederick April.
Jesus shit.
Oh boy, that was.
The kid just broke something. I'll mute myself while you're doing this. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. Yeah. I'm looking for some information on a job. What do you know of Frederick April?
Oh, poor Frederick. He was never the same after his friend committed suicide, you know. His you know, Thomas, his friend, Mr. Noroth, you know, the director? The one who actually made all those, I mean, they were groundbreaking for the genre, but I apologize for that. My Outlook settings are out of date, apparently. But you know, the one who actually made who actually polished the turd, as it were. You know, the trilogy, The Billion Hands, The Language Demons Speak, The Grave of Terrence Nin, you know. But I don't know. I suppose that maybe the reality not living up to the fiction was too much for him. He recently killed himself. I suppose if there's anything out there related to Mr. Noroth, it would be quite a collectible.
Yeah, I sure would. That's why I'm calling you.
So mechanically, what you've done is you've learned the equilibrium of the job. So it is red 5, black 8, for a total of 13 base points. Yeah, it's a
13
scarce, yeah, it's a scarce economy because you're looking for rare items, probably as part of the job. Based on the fact that it's probably to do with collectibles regarding this filmmaker, you know, objects of this filmmaker's life, or maybe the filming process of it.
Yeah, what was the dice again?
It was 5/8.
Yeah. Yeah, which is which?
Red 5, black 8.
Okay.
Black is demand, red is supply.
Yep.
So it's something that has quite a sudden spike in demand because, you know, it's like Van Gogh after he killed himself, all his paintings skyrocketed in price.
Yep.
But the demand isn't super high. The supply is pretty high because there's a good price, but okay, so that is stiff action. I think Chris already did this today.
Sorry?
Did you do your action, Chris?
Yeah, I used my action.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
Got competition.
Aaron, Lonnie, or Adam. If Adam is back, he might not be.
I want to see if there's another job out there.
Okay, go ahead. And how are you doing this?
I am using research.
Go ahead.
That's a 9/7.
9/7. Okay. So you are looking through postings on the Lifelines forums, and you do come across a couple of open job threads. How much else damage would you get? Even or odds. I'm going to roll a d10. Even or odds.
Odd.
Odds. Okay, so you'll get the high paying one, essentially. You come across a call for some sort of security or escort services. The IP address puts them in Mayo, the hospital, the Randian run hospital. Apparently they are sending something somewhere and are looking for maybe caravan guards or pack mules.
Okay, well, I will offer that to the group.
Okay, so that's why we have jobs. Aaron?
I am going to find out more about the Frederick April job.
Not sure what much else is to find. Because you've got the price, you've got the competition. Can you find spots this early?
Complication?
Yeah, can I try and find a complication?
Is there something you can do with this?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can. No, I don't think you can. You can sabotage the competition, which would prevent you getting undercut in negotiations.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that then.
Okay, so again, how are you? So the competition that you're sabotaging are a crew of archivist takers, librarians with guns. How would you
I'll
prevent
actually
them from competing?
I'll text you. It's like, hey, these are the idiots who are trying to take our score.
Well, I know a guy, and I have him set up a fake job to send them on to keep them busy.
So networking.
Yes.
That sounds like that. What role would be? What role would be? Yeah. Quite like halfway through the side. Go ahead.
Well, I'm a hustler, so I actually know the dude. I don't have to
So you do know the guy. That's true. Okay. Sure. So who do you know?
Go ahead, Patrick.
You know a Mr. Stokes, we'll say. He used to be a teacher. He's now trenched himself up in one of Zephyr's Bounty towers with his guns, and he's just sort of picking off zombies with his sniper rifle and just muttering to himself most days. But you know, he sees a lot, so he has some pretty good pull.
Okay. What's his name?
Stokes.
Stokes. Got it.
Christ. See what you did there, Patrick.
I didn't do a thing. What are you talking about? I am an innocent and pure-hearted man. And
What do you mean? That there's nothing.
you
to be
impugn my
connected there.
reputation, sir.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, what do you want?
Stokes, I need you to do me a favor.
Okay. What do you got?
I'm going to need you to send a crew of takers on a wild goose chase for me.
Well, you know that sounds really fun, but why would I want to do that?
Tell you what. That's a good question. Why would you want to do that for me? Well, I'll owe you a favor.
Given that you're a hustler, the tough spot could come into play now, and I could roll up your debt to him.
Yeah.
It's is it a D10 bounty you owe for hustler?
Yes. A marker of D10, 1d10.
I'll do it for 10 bounty.
Can I try and talk him down?
Yeah, you can roll persuasion, and I'll let you cut that down a bit.
Okay. Persuasion.
You gotta understand, they're gonna put me on the attaboy list if they find this out.
Yeah, well, 9 over 4.
Okay, so you cut 10 down by 5, so the price is 5 bounty. You strike a deal, the job goes up, he fabricates. Being an English teacher, he fabricates. What's the name of the guy who did Joiner, the novel that Man Jesus with the Golden Arm is based on? No, fuck it, it's Man Jesus with the Golden Arm. A first edition of Man Jesus with the Golden Arm by Edward Whitehead, I think it is.
That is correct.
He fakes a sighting of that in a local high school. Apparently they somehow got their hands on the first edition. So he sends the archivist after this valuable first edition, which doesn't exist. So you've doubled the competition.
Nice.
Cheers. Last one. So you can find out anything else there is on the other jobs, or you've kind of nailed a lot there is to find out about their billion hands.
It sounds like we've got a lot of research in the film job, but I might as well just look and see if I can find something else about the others, just to broaden our horizon.
So the cost of the second job, see if that sways anything.
Okay, I'll research the cost of the second job.
Okay.
And let's see. 8 and 8. So
so I'll give you 2 years of action for that. So the equilibrium there is 14. It's 7-7. So nobody particularly likes the Randians, but there's no denying they have a lot of money and a lot of influence because they kind of have a monopoly on medicine here. So takers, you have to sort of push down competition or increase demand or something like that. And I'll give you a little bit more for it. It is shipping something. So basically, there is a trade deal that was recently struck between Mayo and Operation Ellingson, the Crusader Enclave, that appears to have been trading medical personnel for something. So essentially, you're taking a bunch of doctors to a building full of doctors, an island of doctors. And nothing will go wrong if that happens.
Okay, well, I'll definitely pass that along, but I kind of have a history with Mayo, so probably avoid that one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's your actions. So you have spend my actions. So you have 2 jobs that you have a pretty good sense of. The Randian one only plays slightly more, but you've hammered out a lot on their billion hands. So which are you going to go for?
My
I would
personal
vote
vote.
billion hands.
Yeah, I would vote billion hands as well.
Yep, same. Let's go
Okay.
find some movie stuff.
It is at this point that Patrick jumps out of universe to attribute their billion hands to the podcast Knife Point Horror and the story Undead by Soren Narnia. It was released under a Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 3.0 unported license, meaning anyone is free to use it and adapt it as they saw fit to charge, and this is my adaptation of it. Deal with it.
That's fine.
And I'm providing attribution at this point. So
What
and
was this podcast?
a knife point horror. I don't think you have time to listen to an episode while recording another podcast. That is more meta than I'm comfortable getting.
No. I just mean for the future.
It is more meta than I am comfortable getting.
Knife Point Horror podcast?
Oh yeah, because it's not like you named a reference Stokes.
I don't know what you're referring to.
And also Bela Lugosi.
And Menzies with the golden arm.
Look, I might have made a Gumshoe Trailer Cthulhu playset based around being a movie studio. I like film. Shut up.
Oh no, that's fine.
Film Hounds of Hollywood coming to Pelgrane Press sometime in, I don't know, 2025.
2020.
Yeah.
TM.
Yeah. Okay.
Coming out when it's done, TM.
Yeah. So who is the negotiator for this group?
Probably
Sir,
none of us.
not appearing in this episode.
You can hire one.
I can do it.
I mean, I don't have persuasion at all, so...
Oh yeah, let's have the child soldier talk for us. That sounds like a good fucking idea.
Well, the kids are the future, it's fine.
Look, I know you don't like me, but I'm a man of the people.
You're barely a boy of the people.
But I have been born again, that's why I'm young.
Forever. Yeah.
Whatever, I don't have the temperament to deal with people, so do what you think is right. I'll be there to fucking cover your ass.
Not a problem.
Well, see that everybody knows each other. Awesome. So,
I mean, I'm new, so...
Oh, Lonnie, do you have any Ubix specs? Because this guy being in
I
the
do
loss,
not.
obviously, well, someone's going to have to borrow them. Because obviously, this guy being in the loss, this is going to have to take place over Skype.
If anybody wants to make money, feel free to hand me your Ubix specs, and I promise I'll clean them before I give them back.
Oh yeah, you're late in
Right.
lunch.
I'm gonna make a self-control check.
Because they're giving something to Latent.
Yes, because I'm a drone operator and I need my Ubix specs to do my job.
I mean, I have Ubix as well, so...
Also, the infection.
I mean, I can borrow our little Latent buddy, my Ubix.
Go for it.
I believe in karma as its own reward. It's fine.
You'll still need to make a self-control check next time you use your
I know.
Ubix.
What's my self-control? I don't like these colors. I have one in self-control. This can go bad. Yeah, that's 3 under 7. So I fail. I guess that's a point of stress.
Yeah, take a point of stress. You're only pair. You really don't want to break those.
Burn 2 charges.
Yep. Okay, so again, we cut to... Oh, and Jared just arrived. And
Hello.
Welcome, Jared.
And let's not do anything... Like, Adam, when you're editing, cut this bit out. A street cleaner is going past my window.
okay.
Uh-oh.
So we'll take a break as Jared arrives. Hi, Jared.
Hey,
we
Jared.
have just gone to negotiation. Jared, negotiation was just about to begin. They have picked a job called Their Billion Hands, which is probably going to involve looting the effects of a zombie movie director who recently committed suicide in the face of the actual zombie apocalypse.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds perfect.
Yeah, this job isn't meta at all. I don't know what anyone's talking about.
And Jared, why don't
Yeah.
you tell us about your character?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm still slightly frazzled from the over 30-minute delay of when I thought I'd be here. Anyway, yes. So my character's handle is Factotum, which is an overly large word for him to say that he's full of himself. He fancies himself an expert in a little bit of everything. Comes from a white-collar background before the collapse and still wants to be in charge at all opportunities.
Oh, you're going to go along well with the professor, that's for sure.
All right, so as the professor makes his self-control check to hand off his Ubix specs to the latent child, this guy walks in.
I'm not a child.
How old are you, though?
15.
16.
You're 15? My son is older than you, so...
Yeah, you're the same age as Factotum's daughter.
Oh, that's the nice thing about child soldiers. They're easily replaceable.
They're children and easily replaceable.
That's the thing you guys should know. The very first session, we ended up having like everyone under 18 except for me and one other character. So that's Team Child Soldier.
Oh boy.
So I
Well,
will,
this will be awkward.
You just wait 10 years and you got another one.
so I will bow when I take the Ubix specs and recite Psalm 37:21. The wicked borrows but does not pay back, but the righteous is generous and gives.
Nice.
And I guess we start with a leadership check, correct?
Patrick muted himself because the thingy was coming back around. So
Yeah.
That is correct, though.
All right.
By the way, the crash that you heard earlier, I have a fireplace insert in the chimney in the room that I'm sitting in, and my 2-year-old walked up and slapped the hell out of it, and the metal plate over the stove went crashing down on the ground. So,
Oh boy.
Fantastic.
Patrick is still having street cleaner issues, apparently.
I didn't notice.
That reminds me of one time I was waiting for a train to cross when I was in school. I was in a hurry to get somewhere. And train passed. The thingies didn't come up. I was confused. And then the motherfucker just started backing up.
So that initial
Shouldn't be that close to trouble.
So that initial leadership check is 11 over 4.
God damn, Lonnie.
Wow.
I only have one in.
we'll hit it now.
Okay. I think he's going to come back for one last pass. Usually it's one and done. This is up to like number 3. It's never done this before.
A lot of Tory blood out on the streets tonight.
In Yorkshire, that's not unsurprising. No word of a lie, one of my main social concerns when Margaret Thatcher died was which street party to go to.
Hey.
No, there were literally more than one street party around here when Margaret Thatcher died.
My favorite thing about my birthday is Ronald Reagan died on it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is
that's
pretty good.
That's something to celebrate.
Right?
So
I'm going to blame you personally for the cult of Reagan, since when somebody dies, they become a martyr.
I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't murder him.
Anyway,
Chris, quit talking.
negotiation.
I gotta edit this shit. Quit talking.
Are you done? Are you done? Please be done.
I'm done.
It's coming on again. Oh my god.
So, Lonnie, once it's good again, can you restate what your row is so I can cut like the last 4 minutes out without having to listen to it? That would be great.
So
That's
that leadership roll is 11 over 4.
Okay, so that means 5 rounds of negotiation. I think it's part. Oh my god. Right. So,
this saga.
yeah, no, the dramatic saga. So, yeah, you the window opens. You're looking at. I'm just going to have to power through it, otherwise nothing will get done. You are looking at a man in his mid to late 40s, trimmed beard, trimmed hair. He's sort of in what looks like an academic's office or den. So there's lots of bookcases around him. There is a movie poster just sort of clipped out of frame for Their Billion Hands. That is Frederick April. So you can choose to go first. Yes, that's. And am I speaking to Martin Luther? Is that correct?
That is correct, sir. And we are here to help you with your problem.
Okay, so you can choose to go first. Okay. So he starts off talking, obviously, about things going on in the recession. Sorry, at the moment, things have been getting very political. A lot of his most recent work as a filmmaker has been propaganda, and he really wants to get away from that into documentary and history, and documenting, of course, one of the most important historical events in human history, which happened 5 years ago, and sort of the importance of that as a cause. And we need to make sure that the story is told in its full context. We need to understand why things are going along. And so I'm reaching out to you to tell your story the way it needs to be told. So sort of doing this emotional appeal, and he moves down because he is confident. And as a client, he always moves. So you are submitting the highest market. How much are you going to pay? The figure's 13. So what is your play?
Well, he's going to make an emotional appeal, but since I already know that the story of the Blight has already been told thousands of years ago, I'm not necessarily needing him to remind me about it. So I'm just going to use deception.
Oh, so is that like
It's going to be basically, well, I'm certain that your people will find it very interesting, and we will certainly do our job because you're going to pay us.
okay? So I guess that is deception. Sure, go for it.
Nope, 6 under 10.
Do you want to spend a little?
Sure, I got 2. I'll spend 1.
So you go up to value, and now we are at the scams. So scams happen in Ocean's 11 time. It all took place beforehand. So you can find out a spot. You can mess with the price. You already fought for the competition, so that's fine. What's the other thing you can do? I think you can give someone a bonus to a roll. So that'd be things like finding props that would help, I think, is the example. Oh my god, it's still going.
Well, if
We can hear it.
you guys would like to find me spots, I remind you that your negotiator has a charisma of 1.
Why are you our negotiator again?
Because you weren't fucking
Because we
here,
don't have
Factotum. That's why.
Yeah.
Fair point.
You woke up from a drunken stupor.
Yeah, that was in character, by the way.
Also fair.
Well, maybe he can redeem it by getting you a spot.
Yeah. So, criminality to basically steal this guy's identity.
Oh, jeez.
Because I have all his information, because he's not dead like me.
Yeah, he's a real person, so we're trying to mechanically roll that a.
Yeah, basically I'm trying to figure out a spot through just basically stealing his identity and looking through his shit.
Go
That is a 12 over 3.
Okay.
Jesus.
week. No choice.
Let's go with week.
Okay, week. So April is always working on something big. Always, every project is quite like that. You know, he really made his name on the Billion Hands trilogy. From then on, could sort of pick his jobs. He always learned personally that it's probably going to be very promising or very challenging. At least it, and he's, you know, got a great reputation for more than giving less than 100%. And he's pretty sure that things are going to turn out great, and they usually do. He's legitimately good. So his new side is that he's ambitious. He's doing this, and he's probably going to try and turn this into something. It's unlikely to be an emotional, like, give me the last thing my friend touched. It's probably like, get me this thing that I can make art from.
So basically, he's a tool.
Yeah. Okay. So he goes next, pushing down one. He goes, well, yes. But there, of course, are many different interpretations for what has been going after us, what has happened to us, and I want to get those different interpretations on camera. So I'm arranging something to be sent to you, which will allow you to tell your story. He is playing a gift spot. So what's the word? What's the it's not ubiquity. Distributee. A distributee drone arrives, and it's kind of funny because it's carrying a drone, so it's drones carrying drones.
Oh shit!
Carrying drones.
Carrying drones, carrying drones.
Yes,
Droneception.
Do you like drones?
No, that's not what Inception is.
Yeah. A drone carrying a small flying camera unit. I want to make sure that, you know, the many stories out there have opportunities to be told. So you push down too, because free stuff. So how do you resist?
Just want everyone to know that I am a drone pilot. You can't resist a gift spot.
No, but what do you want to do on his turn? I mean, how do you want to push back?
I would like to use persuasion. I'd like to tell him that it's a wonderful idea to send gifts, but since what we're going to be searching for is probably going to be in a place that's not very accessible to drones, that it's really not much of a gift. So let's see what we get here. Oh, that's better. 7/3.
Okay, so he goes down 2 because he's playing against the pot. You know, pushing 1. So you're currently actually a loggerheads. You've met each other in the middle.
Okay.
So you really want to start playing those spots.
Oh yeah, that's what they're for.
Yep, scams. So the office has
So who would like to give me the next scam? Would they like to give me a spot, or would they like to improve the price? Or
I'm gonna try and improve the price.
Funny, I was just going to say the same thing.
Spots are also very useful.
yeah, spots are really useful.
So I'm happy to try to get his. What did we get last time? We got his weak spot.
Yeah.
Yes. Soft
Yeah,
and
no,
tough.
Then
we need his tough.
then I am
Soft
happy.
spots.
I'm happy to go after his soft spot while you go after the price.
Okay.
Alrighty,
Um,
because I can make network checks for free. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I was just saying, I can make networking for free.
Yeah, that's good then. Yeah. All right.
So you want to go for the spot then, Jared?
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out what the best skill for figuring out his soft spot would be. Probably sensitivity.
Sure. You torrent a bunch of his films and really get into the art of it. Just try to get a read on this man.
Okay. 10/5.
Okay, so Yeah, so you sort of go back and you watch the original trilogy, and it's kind of, if Romero hadn't come first, we probably would call the Romero effect the Naroth effect after the director of the trilogy. Their Billion Hands, that trilogy was basically the last big zombie movie series before the crash, and for many people, it wound up being the go-to guide for survival. Like, oh, zombies happen. This is what zombies are. And as you're looking through Frederick Abel and Thomas Naroth's art, and especially the stuff after that, a lot of their documentary work, as they tried to detail some stuff that was going on in the crash, you get this crushing guilt, this tragedy, this very emotional filmmaking of this sudden, immense, and completely unasked for responsibility. At one point, Naroth literally is asking, how many have died because I got zombies wrong? So his soft spot is Romero's guilt.
Wow. That's rough.
I dig.
Yeah, we can definitely use
It's the end of
that.
the world. It gets a bit dark. I will remind you that the director committed suicide.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is going to sit on his turn and just sort of, his reception has been kind of coolly received. He seems to be just sort of, okay, so tell me about life in the lost, I suppose. I want to get a bit more understanding of that. So he gains Martin Luther's, his let's say, weak spot. Remind me what that is, Lonnie? What's your weak
My
spot?
weak spot. I am a sucker for a pretty face. Or no, my weak spot is I'm on a mission from God.
Yeah, so the negotiation breaks off for a bit to sort of talk about the role of God after this, and there's this evidence against that, and you kind of probably go for the more apologist stuff, and he sort of makes this quip about how, well, I'm not sure about God, but I'm pretty sure we met the devil.
So did he read my spot, or is he trying to read my spot?
He has read your spot. It happens. You can't really resist that.
Okay.
But you can resist him playing it. You can downplay the results of it, basically. So what do you do on your turn, remembering that you have his weak and soft spots?
Well, I'm going to mention the fact that it's very fine of him to talk of the glory of God. However, we also know about the glory of man, and we know that he would find a tremendous amount of glory in this story, which he can't do without our help. So please pay us.
So trying to spin it as redemption, basically.
More along the lines of using his glory spot. He wants to be.
Oh, his ambition spot. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So give me that.
7 over 4.
Okay. He stands before, so you push up. He goes back. Okay. We are back into scams.
Okay.
So he has a trust spot left, or you can mess with the price.
I'm gonna mess with the price.
Okay. How you gonna do that?
Okay. So, go ahead.
I was going to say, because you found out the economy, that does give suggestions as to what you can do to alter the price. So you can, you have a scarce economy, which means that there is more demand than there is a supply. It's kind of a seller's market for the taker's perspective. This is actually a pretty good position for you. So if you did something that would ramp up the value of your services, maybe you did something to really highlight the danger of the loss or your own skill set, that would make you look like you're worth more money.
Patrick, I'm actually going to go in a different direction.
Sure, go for it. I'm just suggesting, go for it.
So the stuff he wants would be very very desirable to horror film nerds, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. Movie
Well,
is such a terrible form of art.
Well, what I was gonna say is, I could, maybe call my buddy or use, I know a guy. I could use a reference to maybe figure out what it would be worth to someone who's real big into horror movies, and we can use that as like, we could sell it to you, or we could sell it to someone who's really going to appreciate it and who will pay us a whole lot more.
Oh, I like it.
That's good.
Okay.
So I'm going.
Yeah. So mechanically, like you're not giving Lonnie a spot. What you're doing is you're messing with the price. So that would be
Dropping the
you're
demand.
increasing the demand by getting it out there that there's soon going to be these rare Thomas Neroth things hitting the market. So you're sort of increasing, you're whetting the appetite, you're chumming the waters. Okay.
I'm going to put the word. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So I think that increases the base price by a D10. Is that correct? Or is it?
Yeah, it's a D10.
Okay. Sorry about that because the two dice I have on the table are full. In fact, the negotiation is so you do it. Also because it's your action and you didn't roll dice for this because it's networking. So yeah, you know someone who would be interested in that, and you start dropping this speculation in there. This soon is going to be this great thing to look out for. So roll a d10, and the base price goes up by that much.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. Otherwise, I'll just let my buddy Savini know that 4.
Okay, so base price is now 17. So he has been looking at you for a while, Lonnie, and just talking about, the greatness of what he can do with this material, and of course the role of faith in this and how important faith is. And then he actually comes back at you with some scripture. Faith, prayer without works is dead. Or is it prayer lest it be without works?
It's faith without works.
Lest it be with, it is dead. So it's all very well to talk about the role of God in man, but with this cathartic. I know Martin Luther. It's not Catholicism isn't exactly your thing, but there's a lot to be said for confession and getting things off your chest. It's psychologically beneficial, even if it's not necessarily my cup of tea. Theologically and religiously, I myself am more of an Episcopalian. Or is that right? Yeah. So he is talking shop with you religiously to talk about how this is going to be really important to preach and to get word out and to offload sin and grief. It's going to be really important for not just the wallets, but for the soul. So you can roll deception to dead face it and just be like, well, yeah, but I still got to fucking eat.
I could do that.
I hope you
In the
can.
meantime, I will internally recite Psalm 101:3. Anyways, which I will leave to you. But ties go to the market, so I will spend my last will and flip that.
Okay, so he has one push. If you play his spot, you can push him back.
Yeah, absolutely. I will remind him that it's all well and good to talk about setting it straight and telling our story, but our story wouldn't be told if people hadn't abandoned us in our time of need. So deal with that guilt, sir.
Okay, so You're twisting the knife rather than going for a comforting angle.
Right.
Okay.
Especially a mere child like myself.
Ooh, I grew up in the world you made.
Yes, exactly. Shall we call that persuasion?
Yeah. It could even be intimidation if it's better. And you've got charisma one, so they're all gonna be one, so it doesn't really matter. They can't.
But it didn't go. 2 under 3. Damn it.
2 under 3. Okay, so he pushes you back one.
Don't I get one automatically for the spot though?
Oh, that's fine.
You want to spend a will?
I spent 1 to resist his push.
I think that puts you on a well. Yeah, so yeah, you by playing his spot, you've got an automatic 1. He had 1 on you. It cancels out. So
Yep.
you stay where you are. Okay, last scan.
If anybody wants to get me that last spot, I can at least hold our position if I keep rolling like crap.
Okay, I mean I can go for that. Just so we've got the soft spot.
The only spot left is tough, or you can up the base price again.
I think I'm gonna go for the. Can I use research to find the tough spot?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
Okay.
This guy being in the recession, research is going to be one of research and networking might be primary things, but I'd accept cases for anything.
Okay.
Is there any
So
way
I've
that?
got 7.
Nope. Never mind. You already rolled.
Yeah, I wrote 7 over. I got 7 over 3, so I did succeed my research row.
Sure. So you're seeing this account he's using is this anonymous, abc123@hotmail.com email kind of thing. He's on this disposable phone. He's a propaganda maker for the recession government. He's probably very afraid of being caught and being seen doing this. Like, you're not supposed to be interacting with people on the other side of this. April's in the recession, looking for a loss-based proxy. The recession government is obviously trying to tightly control the message, the media, and sort of getting at it. So he's probably going to be monitored fairly closely, and too closely to slip out and do it himself. This will be because the chance spot is, why is he hiring you and not doing it? And he's doing it because he's being too tightly monitored. So the location isn't too far, but he definitely get caught if he slipped out. His tough spot is, who films the filmmaker? If you were to threaten him with ratting him out to the DHQS or something like that, or sympathize with him about living under the eye of Big Brother, that might gain some sway.
Okay. So relay that along to the Buffalo Soldier.
Yeah. He is going to push back 1 because he's not going to get a spot. This is the last round. So he is going to just say, look, I appreciate all of what you're talking about, but, and this sounds so cliche to have to actually say, but I mean, do you know who I am? And he's suddenly going on is it pathos that's appealed to credentials? But he starts listing off that, I made There Billion Hands, I made the language demons speak. I mean, I can tell you all about the complicated scenery that goes into setting up that horde scene. With, I mean, it's 1,000 extras. It's a machine with a million moving parts. I understand that life can be complicated very, very much, but don't act like I don't understand. We've been envisioning this. We've been envisioning the zombie apocalypse long before it actually happened. I probably understand it better than you do. Spoilers. Spoilers. No, he doesn't. Spoilers. No, he doesn't. So he gets back 1 push. Lonnie, do you want to come down on him with some righteous fury?
Absolutely. Because, number 1, he's wrong. But number 2, should he really be talking about this with somebody on the other side of the fence where his bosses might find out? Does he really want to let it be publicly known that he's trying to get all this stuff? Because it's all a message away.
Okay.
And
So,
that would be persuasion.
Yeah, that would be persuasion. Again, it could be intimidation.
Let's see. Do I have intimidation? I do not. That's the one thing I don't have. So Let's go with persuasion.
Okay.
Shame. That would have been great intimidation.
Nope, didn't get it. Darn it. So I get the 1. He gets the 1.
It cancels out.
Move. Yep.
Okay, so final stage. There's no competition undercut. There's just leadership. Do you go down to his price, or does he come? Or does he? Do you come up to his price, or does he come down to yours?
Okay. And right now, if I remember correctly, we are at hazard pay.
Your hazard pay is on 100% markup.
Okay, so let's wish me luck. Yay! 11 over 8.
Okay, so it goes up to 100% markup.
Woohoo!
So double the cost of the job. Excuse me, while I do some math. So 13 becomes 34. You then get a bounty per ticket per leg, and I'll just do some notes. So that's a bonus 12, so 46. Plan agrees to add your breakpoints to the job.
Okay, so what are our breakpoints?
Breakpoints are 2 plus your number of dependents. It's how much to eat.
What are my characters' breakpoints? I mean, my team's breakpoints.
Operator's breakpoint is 4.
Okay.
Let's see. Low end's breakpoint is.
You said yours is 4, Chris?
Yes.
I factored it in.
Low's is 3.
Mine is also 3 for shears.
Professor is 4.
Okay.
Factotum's breakpoint is 5.
Dang.
Total of 65 bounty for this job.
Really glad we had our face doing this fucking job.
Yep.
God damn it, operator! Can you not be?
Thanks
a
for
bitch to
fucking
people
showing
for
up on
once?
time, Factotum.
Well, I'm sorry. Unlike some of you losers, I have things to tend to when I'm not working.
Okay, so
Fuck you.
now that negotiations.
I'm glad that our characters are getting along.
So now that you're done with that, you can sort of get specifics. So he gives you the coordinates to a log cabin in the countryside that belonged to Thomas Narath, the internationally famous director of the zombie movie series Dead Alien Hands Before the Crash. And he says that the original prints of the first trilogy of the film, total value was 65%.
Yeah, 65, nice.
Yep. So the original reels of the film trilogy are going to be, he believes, in Thomas's wall safe there. So the job is get to Thomas's cabin and get the films. Fairly simple. It's 3 legs away. You can walk it fairly easily.
Excellent.
Okay.
And I will, with a great show of wiping off the glasses, hand them back to the professor.
Thank you. Take out some like wet wipes and wipe them over again, like disinfectant. Just in
For the
case.
beer? Okay. So, last chance for goodbyes. And last chance to get ready if there's anything you need to get before you venture out into the wasteland.
I don't have any bounty, so
There's that.
Okay.
Let's see.
So
So, go ahead.
I was going to say, what I'm bringing to the table with my limited playing so far is just firepower, I guess you could say. I'm packing a silenced rifle, a machete, and a Kevlar vest.
I have a heavy rifle and no armor, so it's gonna be good.
Before we head out, I'm probably gonna buy some Kevlar just in case.
Okay.
So-
let's double check how much that is. I think it's full, but don't quote me.
Let's see.
Hey.
I think.
Hey,
Hey.
child soldier, Martin Luther.
Yes.
Did I hear correctly that you got a drone?
Yes, we did.
Kevlar
Pass
is
that to me.
4.
take care of
Okay,
it.
well, yeah,
Do you
it
have
is
a drone?
Daddy, play my game. Sweetie.
Yeah, Daddy, play my
Best
game.
stats.
Oh God,
Yeah,
I know.
the drone has surveillance suite. So I'm just double checking the page for it. Yeah, so it's surveillance suite. So it's a filming drone, and it has whisper drive because you didn't want that to mess up the audio of the film. Be completely silent.
That's all.
Yeah, it still needed an active cameraman, so it doesn't have autocomplete. It wasn't a combat drone, so it doesn't have Need for Haul or Kamikaze or Starlight. Actually, it might have Starlight for being a lighting rig. No, it wouldn't be a camera rig and a lighting rig. That would look terrible. Yeah, it has surveillance suite and whisper drive.
All right, I can work with this.
Okay. So, do you head out? Is that your last? Anything else you need to get? You got some. Oh yeah, you need to roll networking to get that Kevlar.
Oh.
Yeah, you need networking. Oh, you have it.
Yep, I know a guy.
You know a guy. So you buy things outside of character
So,
creation for
Clarification.
Yep.
Clarification question for the future. Can other party members network on behalf of somebody to get them their gear?
That is a good question.
Yes, if it's in sort of the context of the group, like in a game I played with Chris and Noah, I networked to get someone some suppressant because things had gone bad.
Okay.
So
you can network for other people, but obviously it has to come out of their money to buy it.
what are we gonna? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
The cost is upkeep times 2 if you're not buying a character creation, so that's 8 bounty for that Kevlar, Aaron.
Wait, I'm not getting modular. I'm just getting the base. It's still 8.
Well, yeah, the upkeep is a. Oh, is it just? I don't know. Just armor was definitely okay. Padded gloves, travel armor, helmet, Kevlar. Yeah, 4 upkeep and purchase per sorry. Yeah, so there's just 4. Yeah.
Isn't it upkeep times 2? Like, it's not just base.
Oh. Yeah, no, it is times 2 if you're not buying a character creation.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a.
Gotcha.
Okay.
No problem.
Is that everything?
One more time.
Are we going to sell the drone that we don't need?
No, we are not.
No, Chris wants to use it. Also, does someone want me to network and get them anything, since I can do that?
I mean, I don't have any money to buy for, so
Gotcha. All right.
yeah.
Also, just a heads up, selling a drone is
You vanished into the distance.
Patrick, one more thing. What were the upgrades again for the drone?
Whisper drive and surveillance suites. Also, you
Okay.
vanished into the distance on your last question. I think you maybe moved away from the microphone.
All right, we're good.
Something was there. Okay. So, you can do interludes to skip any of the legs. There are 3 legs. Any point you can choose to skip one by having a little roleplay scene where you talk about life in the apocalypse, essentially. So at any point you want to do that, you can.
Chris, you want to skip a leg and talk to me?
Oh yeah, let's have a fight.
Yeah.
Okay, so leg 1, everyone cut. Everyone mark off a ration. Do you want me to look at the table for randomly generating the topic?
No, I think our own deteriorating relationship is good enough.
Yeah, I'm fine with you guys not asking about the new guy in the group. That's 100% okay.
Yeah.
So,
We come
I
again.
think that new guy is in the group.
Just like sulks in the background.
So you are walking through this quite remote ex-urban area. You're getting into sort of farmland, farmhouses. There's not a lot to see. It's just sort of overgrown fields, the occasional clumps of trees. So what does Operator do that pisses Loan off?
No, Lowen's in charge here.
Sure. What
You know what? I'm just gonna start by making an innocuous comment about how nice the area is. And you know what? I'm gonna let the operator take it from there.
God damn it.
Man, no, I'm just gonna be like, man, you know, it's kind of cool seeing nature take everything back over, isn't it? Just
Yeah,
seeing
I mean,
all the
yeah, it
No,
is
that's
really
fine.
nice seeing humanity die. You're right.
Jesus H Christ. We're gonna do this, huh? In front of the new people and everyone else. This is what we're
What?
doing.
What? What are we doing?
Apparently, I can't say a goddamn thing without you finding something wrong with it. Every
Oh, get
fucking
over your
time.
fucking self.
You know, maybe I fucking would if you didn't find fault with every goddamn thing I do.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry that I am trying to get us all. I'm trying to set us to a higher fucking standard.
Whatever. You do it all the time. You know you do it. You don't want to admit it, but that's okay. I'll be the bad guy. I always am. It's always Logan's fault.
Sorry, someone's
Fuck over yourself.
something's rattling around.
Yeah, who's doing that?
Sorry, that's
We
probably
argue-
me.
You're good. We argue, it's my fault. You don't want to have sex, it's my fault. Something's missing, it's my fault. Just, you know, the usual, whatever.
Oh my god, you self-entitled little baby.
Whatever. I already admitted it was my fault. Let's just move the fuck on. Can we do it?
Oh
Can we
yeah,
do that?
no, it's always your fault.
Shh, guys, shut the fuck up. Some of us are trying to rest.
And at this point, Martin Luther is very glad that he's at the very front.
Okay.
We should point out, probably for listeners and new people, Lowen and Operator are in a very, very toxic relationship.
Yeah.
So,
Will they, won't they? Well, will they, won't they can both refer to sex and murder.
yeah.
As in all the best relationships.
As in all the
All
best
right.
relationships.
So I'm going to make a self-control check. You can make the same yourself if you want, low end.
Yep.
Son of a
So this can-
bitch.
I will.
So this can be a self-control check for people being like, oh, these are the people watching my back. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a self-control as well.
Yeah, no, I failed that self-control check. So how many points of detachment do I take?
You failed it just to
This
one.
is- All right.
I
Yeah.
got a tie. So,
I failed as well, so that's some detachment.
People watching will say, I'll say stress for people watching because it's more people. It's more like fucking coworkers, whereas
Yeah,
for them
that's-
it's more
yeah, that's
personal and it's like their relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
whereas
everyone's taking a self-control check?
if,
Yeah.
yeah, it turns out.
I
about
mean,
half
there's
the
like
is maybe going to have a
people
pity fit in the middle of a zombie fight.
Oh,
there's like two
I got
we're trying
2 under
to,
3.
Yeah, I rolled 1, I rolled 2 under 7.
Yeah, and if you fail, it's a point of stress. It's a point of stress if you fail.
Yep.
But if you see
Well,
Already
nothing,
at 2 stress.
4 over 3, and he calls me a child.
yep, nothing if you pass.
Well,
so if since Chris and I failed, do we take stress or detachment?
Detachment, because it's your relationship. It's
Gotcha.
how you're having this romantic relationship with another person, and it's not very well.
This is how relationships die.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the zombie apocalypse, and we are all like not great people.
Yeah.
We are the Walking Dead.
So that's leg one. That's your first day. So everyone mark off that ration if you haven't already.
alrighty.
Okay, so day 2. You pass sort of skirting past one of the smaller towns, and you're heading, down this deserted street past the church, and there's something moving in the graveyard.
Who's scouting for us?
Who is going?
I have
Who
the
is
2
awareness?
awareness. Yeah, I have 2
Let's
awareness.
see.
Yeah, so do I. So I could also be the scout.
Put a knife on the table. 5 for it. 5 for my
one moment here. I'm just
Honestly,
gonna-
that's probably exactly what happened, seeing as I'm playing a control freak.
I have a
was
long
going to say-
range. I have a long range scope on my rifle.
Yeah, I was going
You
to say
win.
though, I have awareness 3 and binoculars. Really want to maximize your chances here.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, like, I can, I guess Professor could, like, point out that there's, like, hey, there's movement in the graveyard.
Yeah.
As a, like, scout.
So who's rolling?
I think they.
You had 3.
Yeah.
Whoever has 3 awareness.
Lonnie.
Let's see what we got here. 7 over 5.
So there are a couple of casualties in the graveyard. Not that surprising. You look a little closer. You've got one is male, Caucasian, and in a wheelchair. They must have died in the wheelchair or something, and not moved to get out of it. You know, they don't have the motor skills to work a wheelchair. So either he died in it or he was put in it. And there's stood across from a second casualty who was standing, also male, African American. And it's sort of, because of how they're positioned, it's sort of as if they're staring at each other, but, you know, they're zombies, they're just sort of blankly staring into space.
I will point this out to the group. I'm not real. The wheelchair worries me, frankly.
Yeah. So anyone can make an untrained intelligence check, or the professor can make art history.
Okay, I'll take a art history check. I don't know how that, like, factors in here. I have a +2.
Also,
So-
what is an untrained intelligence check?
Sorry,
Just flat intelligence.
flat intelligence. So the D10, and then you want to get under your intelligence.
All right. Oh, so defaulting.
Yeah.
Take a point of stress. For sassing the GM, take a point of stress.
Oh, that's not wrong.
I didn't realize there was a mechanic for that.
That's a 8 over 3.
Okay, so that's weird to you, Professor, because this seems to be. I mean, so the third movie in the trilogy is called The Grave of Terence Nin, and it's sort of about this wheelchair-bound racist veteran survivor trying to make his way across deserted America to a survival enclave and being hounded by this single black zombie onto whom, and like, it's a really great performance piece because it's all sort of about this one actor just like acting the fuck out of it, and he's projecting all this hatred and onto the zombie who just sort of stands there and looks at him and kind of improbably follows him, and that's sort of how he learns empathy. Yeah, it's sort of like that.
Yeah, I tell this, like, to the others. Like, this looks staged.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's real fucked up. Also,
Why
movies
then?
aren't real art. Like,
On the
it's
other
about
hand,
history, like classical art history.
Well,
Oh, wow.
yeah, but
That's-
there isn't really a like. It's described as like a in the story they're described as like zombie movie art movies. Like if you were making an art movie about zombie movies, so it's like. And then when I was writing, it was like, how can I represent? Have you seen this film? So it could be research.
Yeah,
It could be. I was doing it as intelligence because it's how big of a nerd are you? Yeah, but we can work out another mechanic if that feels weird to you.
Can I?
Yeah, I mean, like most of like he's like art history, as in like classical art.
Yeah. But it's just sort of
Like or contemporary, like modern art, but not specifically movies.
so that is
yeah. Just the job is about movies.
Counterpoint. We can scavenge things up. We can scavenge those casualties.
I mean, we could scavenge them, but would they have anything on them if they are set up as art, like an art project? They would already probably be scavenged, right?
Yeah, more likely we're walking into a trap.
Yeah, this is
Probably.
all my bullshit buttons, guys.
Yeah. Also, Also, who would go to these links and where are they?
Good.
Hey, we got a free ass drone.
We do have
Flash.
a free drone.
Fly that son of a bitch over that. See if there's anything else there. If not,
Yeah, it has whisper
I'll,
drives. So.
That
I'll spend a charge. I'll
makes
spend a charge.
a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Ass drones, by the way, my favorite drones.
Which drone are you flying?
6 over 4.
Or your new one?
I'm using my drone because it's optimized.
Okay, and what upgrades does it have?
All of them.
Okay, so it's got whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sort of just flies around, and there's enough light, natural light left that you don't need to use the inbuilt light. You sort of hover around it, the zombies, just sort of outside their field of view, and yeah, they're kind of just impassively standing there. But because you've got this camera and you've got this different angle on it, you see that. Is that so? The zombie in the wheelchair, his arms are strapped to the chair. He couldn't wheel it if he wanted to. His legs were also strapped. The zombie standing is its hands are bound. It could walk, but it couldn't grab.
All right. This thing was. All right. I'm spitballing here, guys. Pretty sure.
Yeah, no, go for it.
I'm pretty sure this thing was placed here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that seems likely.
so what's the odds of somebody being a huge fan? So, I mean, if these things are subdued, regardless, I say like regardless, we have Psycho Fan that's staging stuff along the way. We'll just go in there, see what we can take, and maybe we get a leg up if we see another one of these kind of things further down the road. So
Keep our eyes open, and like if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
So,
All I know
But
right now is
everybody
that
keep eyes outward because now we have reason to think that something could happen.
Yeah.
So Shears is going to save a bullet and walk in there with her machete, and I guess take out the one that's on his legs first. That his hands are bound.
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me a melee check.
I will also, of course, burn a ration for that.
Yep.
And my daughter wants me to give her some orange juice, so I'll give you guys priority.
Orange juice is very important.
Oh,
So
very much.
she raises the machete, and then the movie starts buffering, and she just sort of stays there, and a little spinny logo comes up.
buffering.
Nice. Oh, I got 10 over 6, so I succeeded.
Oh, fucking
So
yeah.
I take that zombie out with the machete.
Yeah, it sort of turns to you and looks at you with these cold dead eyes, grasping. It's sort of clenching its fingers and sort of extending them. It's sort of bound by the wrist, sort of like it's handcuffed. So its fingers can move, but they're not in great grabbing position. And then you just sort of chunk machete down, which isn't great at cutting through bone, but if you get it in the skull, it's nice and good. And it just sort of drops passively. The one in the chair is just sort of kind of trying to, like, toddler scoot towards you. Like its limbs are bound, it can't move. It's got this Confederate flag draped across its chest, which is bloody. And you see that the wound in its neck looks kind of ragged and fresh. You realize whoever did this probably tied a human to the wheelchair and had the other zombie bite him. So roll self-control.
Is that for everybody? Or
Only Shears is close enough to realize that.
Well, that is 7, 9. So I did fail that.
Point of trauma.
So, all right. Is that detachment, I guess, or stress?
I guess it'd be a detachment, yeah.
Yeah, it would be detachment because why would a human being go to this length?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I scavenge
Yeah.
the one that Adam killed?
Go
If
for it.
you want to fucking fight Adam, I killed that thing. Back your pussy ass up. Are you a man, Aaron? Is your character male?
Hell yes, I am.
Back up. I got this. You know, you pussies want to walk in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill the other one. Do I even need a roll for it since it's
No,
bound in the chair?
It's a zombie and it's in a chair. And I'll give you this for free. There's no bounty.
Told
They
you.
have been picked clean.
I'm gonna take the Confederate flag
It's
Okay.
bloody.
and I'm gonna wad it up. Well, if this person's screwed up, this may be something to mess with them later on down the road.
She is latent as well, I believe, isn't she?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it
she is.
doesn't matter to her.
Okay, that's fair. It matters to all of us now.
You want this? And I hand it over. I wave it toward Aaron's character.
No, I'm good. You can have it.
Okay. Trying to steal my goddamn bounty.
Operator, fight for my honor.
Everyone give me foresight checks. Or someone give me a foresight check. It's a one and done kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't. Oh shit, I don't have foresight.
I rolled an 8 over 1.
The graveyard is
You
my big
have
empty.
foresight, Lou?
The church might have something good in it. The church might have canned food drives. It's the sort of thing that people might go to for shelter. So there might be other bodies to loot in there, and it looks closed. So if you're going to scavenge anywhere, scavenge in the church, not the graveyard.
Gotcha. Yo,
Let's get in there, guys.
Let's go. Everybody inside.
I mean, there could be more walkers in there. Or
Willing to
true,
take
it could
that
be.
chance.
We need to make the fucking money, okay?
I mean, do you really think this would be the sort of guy that would say,
Calm down.
put a zombie on a crucifix? Do you think that would be this sort of guy? I'm not saying that's in there. Just do you think that might be in there?
Maybe. Let's find out.
I don't fucking care. I'm losing
It
money
is.
on this job. Let's get the
It is.
fucking.
So you open the doors to the church. It has been sort of, it was a place of refuge. So there were, the pews have been pushed aside. There's lots of scuffs on the floors. It looks like a couple of gunshots have gone off. Don't think maybe this is a place of active infection or recent infection. There's a lot of dust everywhere. So yeah, if you're going to scavenge here because there's a lot more stuff.
Yeah, I definitely want to scavenge.
Okay. So one person give me a scavenge roll as you pick over the church.
That is a 4 over 3, narrow success.
Okay. Which I believe means you find 4 bounties worth of loot. Well, say you find it as 4 bounty. In the office, you find an I'm sorry note from the Reverend. They came to me for protection. I couldn't offer it to them. I gave them just to be extra sad. We'll say that there's some dirt graves in the graveyard that were clearly recently dug and not by a professional. There's 4 of them, and you find 4 driver's licenses.
Okay, that's worth pocketing.
Yep, you have found 4 bounty. Okay, but other than that, there was a canned food drive, but that was 5 years ago. What wasn't eaten has gone bad. Lots of Bibles, but they've been rain damaged. You picked all the value out of this place.
All right. Let's roll.
Okay, so mark off that ration for the leg. Try to keep the legs short because I know we have limited time for Aaron.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to shorten the game for me.
No, I mean, I also don't want to do the thing like in the gladiatorial arena and the swimming pools where like the leg becomes the session. So yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
I got you.
Yeah, so you're getting pretty close. You are walking through these winding country trails where things aren't really paved. A lot of stuff is just left wild, and as you're trekking through this overgrown, untended land, the sky opens. The raindrops are thick, they're heavy, they're fast, they're loud. Visibility just cuts to half in an instant. The rain is roaring where it hits the ground. The dirt road you're on just turns to grasping, choking mud in an instant.
God fucking damn it!
So,
Oh,
Yeah, that.
give me your coat.
How about a please?
Give me your coat, or else the thing I use to help us fucking survive is going to get destroyed.
Whatever. Hand her my jacket. Anyway, sorry, Patrick, go ahead.
So mechanically, this leg you have a choice. You can push through the rain, which is a stress test and an extra ration as you have to, dry off and heat up at the end of the leg. Or there is a barn. So you can save that ration in the stress test or go in the barn.
I'm gonna make a very vocal vote for the barn.
I'm gonna go ahead and say barn.
Barn.
There are casualties in that barn, but let's fucking do it. I
I
can't
agree,
afford
and
these
also
this
yes.
ship being broken.
Fucking anything is better than walking through rain.
All right, let's fucking do this.
And in those days, people will seek death and will not find it.
That one's just kind of general use in the zombie apocalypse.
All right,
That's valid every day.
Patrick, can I operate a drone in this weather?
No. Yeah, the rain is
All right.
too heavy. Visibility is cut so bad. It's like Agent Smith versus Neo in Matrix 3. Heavy rain.
Yeah. Well,
So you think
I'm not a fighter.
Okay. So who's going to the barn first?
Yeah. I'm not.
You know what? I'll
Screw
go
it.
first.
Professor.
That's like
Wait.
or something.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. Who just volunteered?
I did, but we could go in together.
Hold up, Prof.
I'm sorry. Are you
Your best
the
at
16-year-old character?
No, that's
Yeah.
funny.
No.
Okay.
Guys, let's just let the Laytons go in first.
Yeah. That sounds good.
That's why we're here. You ready, kid?
Oh yeah, to come out screaming and murder us when you die. Yeah, that's why you're here.
Beauty.
Shut the fuck up, operator.
I mean, we could always knock on the door if there's anyone there.
I'm gonna vote that the kid not go in first.
The kid's not going in first, anyways.
All right.
I know what happened the last time I went through a door first.
Yeah, you've got a phobia at this point.
Did you go through the door, or did the door go through you?
Yes, and
Patrick.
yes.
So, Patrick, how does the doors open? Do they swing in and out, or are they on like a rails?
They swing. So you knock and there's no response, at least no verbal response. But then it's the really loud kind of rain that kind of sort of hisses and roars where it comes down. So I mean, if it's something quiet, you wouldn't hear it.
Fuck. All right.
I'm gonna have
So
my rifle pointed at the door just in case.
Yeah,
cautiously opening, like kind of open a door a little bit and then push it, or pull it the rest of the way open with the barrel of my gun. Just kind of get it to a point where I can swing it open.
Self-control.
For the person
Trauma.
opening the door or everyone?
Yeah, the people making first entry. Self-control versus trauma.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Ooh, 8 over 3.
that's I failed that one. 3 over 10.
Take 2. This is actually pretty bad.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, you know how barns have haylofts, those sort of half floors, where you sort of store the hay. You'd guess that a bunch of survivors had holed up in here and were having a last stand on the hayloft until the struts fell.
Oh.
So there are a lot of casualties, dead from gunshot wounds. There are a small number left. There are
There's one of rolls to know.
5 casualties still in the barn. They are 6 shambles away. Some of them look pretty fresh, like not vectors, but like they haven't gone like Walking Dead zombies where they like are in amazing makeup and falling apart. There are a number of corpses around. Like this was the site of a pitched battle until stuff gave away. So like you're finding it hard to step somewhere that isn't squelching in a way that you don't like.
All right, so my suggestion is like they start coming toward us, like let's just keep control of the door. We create a choke point. You can just sit here. If we got 2 people holding the door, 2, someone can sit there for a rifle and just pick them off one by one as they keep walking through the door. So I'm saying, at least if it's a 1-person kind of door thing where 1 person holds it, then I could do like a resistance check, and then that would like kind of foul them down.
You could resist
single
to hold one of the door shuts, and that would act as a bottleneck.
Bottleneck them, yep, funnel them out one by one.
Okay, so everyone give me initiative then if you're going to try and fight the bully.
How do you do initiative?
D10 plus
D10.
speed.
1 down plus speed.
5.
13.
8.
12.
7.
I'm not gonna waste my fucking bullets.
Yep, I'm I guess
Well,
professor's first
you
with a
can
13.
give us your initiative order in which you act snooty and above the door.
All right. Well, in that case, it is 11.
Okay. So it goes 13, 12, 11, 8, 7, 5. I'm just trying to remember what that was because I'm going out the numbers but not the names because I'm a genius. But I was beginning to write it's actually 6, 5 in mine. But yeah. Black is mouse and red is distance. Yeah, so black 6, 5, 5. Okay, so on 13, I think that was the professor.
So my gun is loud. So I don't know if it's a... Yeah, it's a heavy rifle. I can't suppress that thing.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Why don't
Because
you?
hey,
Oh god.
it's a 30-6 like a moose rifle.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I mean, yeah. I was moose hunting. Okay. Like,
All right. So
These aren't moose.
every time you fire that
I-
gun, another mob comes our way.
another I mean, hey, it's also like raining super heavily.
So
Actually,
why don't
that's a
you
good
hold the
point.
door?
I
What's
mean,
your
I could
strength at?
1.
Fuck.
I'm a professor. Like, he runs to keep in shape. He doesn't lift weights.
Okay.
Why don't you watch for other casualties
Yeah,
outside?
I'm gonna keep watch. Basically, like, look around us.
Okay, 12.
Yep. So I actually have a suppressed handgun, so I'm going to shoot a zombie without attracting a bunch of attention.
Go for it.
7 over 5.
Okay, you pop one of the farmhand looking fellas in his dungarees. He goes down. 11.
All right. I pull out my drone.
I pull out my drone.
I believe that's all I can do this round, unless I can actually.
What are you
Unless you want to use your you could like you can do 2 actions if you want to burn your twitch.
Yeah, they're too far away to be attacking for another few rounds, so you can use your twitch.
Is
All right,
this
yeah, no.
innuendo? Because,
No, it's not. Also rude. No, I will pull out my drone and I will. This is my fully upgraded one, so I'll set it up for a surveillance suite.
Okay. 8.
All right. So I think I'm next, I believe. Okay,
Who's
so
eight, is that-
yeah. So yeah, I had 8. So they're not in a point to where I have to hold the door yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack a shot off with my silenced rifle. And let's see, I got a +2 on shoot. So yeah, that is 3/2. So I did a thing.
Down goes the lady with the dreadlocks. Okay. Yeah, they used to be human. They have characteristics, in fact.
I misspoke.
People.
I misspoke, by the way. I have a handgun and not a rifle. My bad, but doesn't matter. But let's keep going.
What was the bullet? So 7.
That was me.
Go for it.
All right, I have a silent handgun, so I'm gonna start shooting.
It's a good default. Go for it. Oh, bear in mind, because they're quite far away, you can. I'll go back to the people before, but you can shoot twice if you take your full turn to full action.
Okay, I'll shoot twice then.
Yeah, I'll go back to sheets and facts. So yeah, give us 2.
Okay, the first one is the 7/6 with my shoot score. So that's
close. It looks like he didn't eat very well when he was alive.
yeah. All right, and then roll for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3/9.
No, you miss. She's kind of doing the Resident Evil 4 sway, so you can kind of miss the headshot.
Nice.
Okay, and I think that, let's see, was that? Yeah. So honey, let's say and sheer chance for a second shot because you're obviously saving your twitch this round.
Oh, who in our group has Ubix or some form of
Professor Haas. They're running
Or some form of what?
Ubix or Specs or something.
Most of you do.
All right.
Yeah, I've got.
I think it's like default thing for most like packages. So
All right, I'm gonna spend a charge. Make sure we have TACnet open. Everyone knows what's going on.
Yep.
Okay, so Factotum and Shea, get your second shots in. Because as I say, I forgot that you could take full actions.
All right, so I got a 4/3. So I pick out another one. I'll burn another charge.
Yeah, she looks like. She looks like she might have been pregnant, but.
Too late now.
Too late now. And Factotum, you got a second shot, remember?
Yes, right. 7/10. So I miss.
Yes. If the 2 that are left, you'd say maybe some of the older ones, the ones that were casualties during the initial battle, because they are more decrepit. The hair's kind of fallen off, the facial features are kind of rotted, and the light is thicker, so it's hard to make out specific details. Martin Luther.
I don't have a gun, so I'm just going to stand by the door, just watching them shoot casualties.
Okay. They're shamble forward. They're 4 legs away, 4 shambles away. Casualties aren't particularly threatening until you get really close. So we go back up to the top. Professor, you were assessing the area around. So as I say, it's problem is you're in one of those really hard rainstorms where the raindrops are really thick, so that it's like trying to stare through like a bead curtain. The line of visibility isn't completely blocked, but there's so much movement, and it's quite. There's all the little pellets that it does kind of cut maximum visibility. You're not seeing any response to this because the rain is over such a wide area. You do see casualties, but they're kind of meandering generally, like they follow sound, and sound is everywhere, so they don't know where to go. So is there anything else you want to do, or are you still just keeping an eye out?
I'm still keeping an eye out.
Okay, we'll pop down to the next
Because
one.
if I start shooting, that's just going to bring more attention, and I don't think anyone wants that.
Yeah, yeah. Something about that I haven't quite cut through the haze, and they might hear it. Great. Factory.
Yes.
It's back to you in the initiative order.
How many are left standing?
2.
Okay, then I'm definitely taking a pot shot at one of them. If only to end on a more positive note than whiffing.
Yeah. And again, full blind action, you can take 2 shots.
Nope, I whiff harder. That's 4 under 10.
Damn it!
Remember to mark off charges you use best.
I'm apparently not a good shot.
Yeah, and are you going full attack this round?
I think I have to. I can end up that. Yeah, there.
Yeah, he kind of, he's got that thing where, you know how zombies in The Walking Dead really have, like, really weak, shitty bones? Because you get him a good headshot, and it's wet when the bone, like the skull kind of deflates like a rotten balloon or something, like rotten fruit, or a balloon full of something viscous, rather than like a crack, a piece of skull is broken, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, operator.
All right. What range are they in?
4.
So short.
Yes, if it can be counted in lengths, it is. If in shambles, it is short or medium.
All right, then I'll fire. I have a silenced gun with an extended mag.
Okay.
Nice.
So sorry, I have to go back to my character sheet. All right. First shot misses.
So we'll say that's because, as established, this is like the site of a battle, so there's lots of cadavers already on the floor, and it sort of trips as it shambles, and that's what sort of saves it from your bullet, as it sort of loses its balance, and suddenly its head isn't where you were thinking it was.
All right. I re-aim, and I try. 7/3.
And that's what it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so you now have a barn. The space immediately in front of the door is literally littered with corpses. It looks like the door was decently barricaded so that they couldn't burst out when they went vector. And then you sort of go in a bit, and then you have this ramp formed by the collapsed hay shelf or hay loft, whatever it's called. But only sort of the front is collapsed in. So there would be some dry space under the ramp. You could get under there, and there wouldn't be like tainted soil because you can move the bodies out, but like you're still sleeping on pretty filthy soil if you're sleeping where the battle happened.
Mm-hmm.
So you can move the bodies out with, I'll say just someone can burn rations, like I won't make you roll for it, but you're just hoofing sacks of like 100 to 200 pounds of dead weight out into the rain. So
I think we should, sorry, I think we should scavenge these corpses as well. Yeah.
Oh yes, there's also that. Yeah. So who wants to go scavenge?
I will. I'll go ahead and I'll scavenge one time at least, since unless somebody else was like.
I only have.
Is it a one and done? So. A one and done roll, or?
Yes, it's one and done. You're looting the singular mob.
Okay, go ahead, Adam.
Okay. If I tell you what, if I get anything, I'll add it to the general pile. I'm immune. I mean, I'm latent, so I don't have to worry about getting infected. And let's see what my scavenging is. I'm sorry I didn't have this pulled up. And okay, good deal. Awesome. That is 13 over 1, so I succeeded.
Nice.
13 bounty added to the pool.
Yay!
Sick.
Fucking A.
That's
You
good.
also have, because this was like I say, a pitched battle that just went the wrong way, there are 2 spent handguns, no upgrades.
I wouldn't mind a sidearm.
They spent all the bullets, but they also aren't upgraded, so you can have a pistol, but if you want to silence it, you have to upgrade that later.
Yeah, I would have to spend bounty to upgrade. But I think like only having a long-range rifle is bad. So
Yeah, only having a loud weapon.
yeah, I mean like investing in a pistol wouldn't be a bad move.
Okay, so you said burn 1 ration to get everything out of there, all the corpses.
Let's see. It was 5 total. Anyone can spend because you're dealing with 5 bodies. We'll say.
Is there any advantage to just leaving them in there with us?
Would you want to spend the night in a room full of corpses?
Safer than spend in a room full of people alive. But,
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll move 1. There you go. I'll be a team player.
Yeah, no roll required. It is because it's just pick a thing up and take it outside in the rain. So yeah, and anyone can do it. If someone who isn't latent or immune does it, you're rolling just because on a critical fail you might get infected. But
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah,
as long as you don't
Professor's
critically
also
fail.
going to. Yeah, Professor is also going to move a body out.
Okay.
What am I rolling? Resistance?
Just roll straight black die, black and red.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
it might be athletics or resistance, whichever's better for you. Yeah. As I say, you're only really,
Athletics.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the only thing you really risk failing is gassing yourself out or maybe getting infected.
Yeah, that's a 12 over 1.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I'll help.
Yeah, between the
And
three of you.
overboard.
Yeah. So over time, the ground is cleared. It still sinks in there because in fact it was quite tough. And there hasn't really been a good breeze through there. And there's patches where you go on way, but there's enough sort of rotten hay that you can tap that down. You don't have to necessarily worry.
Yeah.
Is anyone going under the hayloft?
I will go under the hayloft.
Mine.
Under the hill?
Yeah, the hayloft collapsed, creating a sort of ramp. So you can sort of maybe prop it up, but you don't want to go back under there. But you know, if there's any dry space that isn't going to be rained on from like holes in the ceiling, and there's going to be away from tainted soil, because blight can seep into the soil as well.
We should also
it would be under the hayloft.
Yeah, we should also like close the barn door, just in case.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Close and barricade if possible.
Yeah, if there's any way to like prop it closed, so if somebody tries to like get in, they have to like make a lot of noise to do it.
Yeah, you can put some timber across that.
Yeah.
So you sort of hoist a little space up on the barn loft, putting sort of bundles of hay or some boxes under there, and you can sort of crawl under there and get some good dry earth to sleep on for a while. Does anyone have light sources? Because it's going to be dark under there.
I have a flashlight.
Okay. So does anyone? Okay. So you see painted across the back wall in there the phrase, "We are eclipsed. Our eyes close."
I mean, okay.
Does that ring a bell?
I won't make you guys roll again to have seen the film. It is a reference to the second film in the series, The Language Demons Speak, which which parallels the efforts of an army battalion fending off a horde of the dead with the siege of Khe Sanh in the Vietnam War. patrols that venture out into the Deadlands are over and run and often end up in situations like this where they have these final stands that never go well, and it keeps happening and happening and happening, and the indifference of the commanding officer to these repeated deaths under his command leads to this mutinous subplot, which falters in the face of a new horde of unfathomable size. As the horde descends on the base, the narrative suddenly switches streams entirely and doesn't return to the base, so you never know how that goes. The last line uttered by one of the soldiers is, "We are eclipsed, and now we close our eyes."
This doesn't seem right.
I am going to be rolling self-control on this.
Yeah.
I think we all should.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
guess-
Yeah, that seems
Hey, guess
reasonable.
what?
Yay.
I'm
You're in
getting
a
the fuck
zombie
out.
movie.
Yeah, no,
You are
I'm
in
getting
a
the fuck
zombie
out.
movie.
Because this is like pretty obviously connected to the previous stage thing we saw. So hey, I succeeded. That's 5 over 3 for me.
I succeed.
I failed.
9 over 7. So
She's
success.
fine. You've heard cryptic messages before. So have I, though. 9 over 1.
5
Yeah,
over 10.
anyone who fails take the point of trauma because, oh my god, I'm in a zombie movie.
Yeah, no, I'm getting the
in
fuck
it
out of
right
here.
now.
Yeah, this is a setup.
Guys,
This is
guys,
a
it's
very
gone. They're gone. Like, if you haven't fucking figured it out by now, we're walking
no,
into...
it's not
Bitch, listen to me.
fucking
Like-
gone. No, I'm out of here. I'm fucking
Well,
out of here.
go home. Take your little wind-up toys, too. Fucking go.
Children.
I need this goddamn money.
How old are your characters? Are they older than 40? If not, I'm gonna keep calling you children.
I think I'm in my 30s or
Yeah.
late 20s. I can't remember.
Yeah, late
Like,
20s.
Listen, we're going into this. The next stop is going to be something else. And when we get to that guy's place, you better be buckling the fuck up because
This is a
guess
fucking
what?
mistake.
There's going to be
This is-
something.
This is a fucking setup.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we're being filmed right now. This is
Do you see any cameras around?
Ooh,
There's a
drone.
camera.
Yes, I see at least fucking 2 cameras around.
I mean, except for our drone.
Oh, you mean my drone or the one that
your
the guy
drone,
gave to me?
Oh, he did give you a camera, didn't he?
Yeah, but
yes.
have you turned it on at all?
Ooh.
Is
Yes!
it on?
Operator, put the drone on the ground.
Let's fucking smash it.
Put it on. the fucking ground.
No. Just look. Is it on?
Yes, I think.
Is it on?
Put the drone on the ground.
Market is the camera.
Operator, did you turn it on?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on. It was on. You turned it on.
Pull the
Chief.
battery.
She turned it on, sorry.
Fucking
Operator,
damn
you
it.
either give me put the drone on the drone on the ground, or I'm going to take
Wait a minute. Wait,
it on the
no.
ground.
No. No. No.
Why not?
Okay, first cover that thing up, and I'll explain.
Can't we just like unplug the camera or something?
No.
Just take the battery out of it.
Yeah, just like take the battery out of it. Now you have an extra battery. Like it's fine.
Not
Don't
really
worry
how
about it.
drone works anymore.
I was going to say wait until we get to the house and then pull the battery. Because the worst thing for this guy is losing the final scene.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a point. Now he knows what we're talking about. If it's around like streaming or something.
Regardless, we need to get paid. Like next time there's gonna be something else. What's the third movie about? You saw the trilogy. What can I expect in round 3? What's he gonna have at that place? Basically, what I'm asking Patrick is, like, what does our film buff remember?
No, that one
of
would
the
be
third
your role
film?
because you're essentially trying to predict the complication. You're trying to see the twist in the film before it happens.
I'll make a foresight roll.
Yeah, a foresight roll would work, or again the art
Number
history.
one.
Actually, given that now you'll know about now you know about it. Research to just look up the Wikipedia of the films.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'm gonna try a research check.
I have a +2 research.
Furniture.
I did make a foresight roll and I got an 8/1.
So you're trying to think about location, which is like a lodge, like a haunted, like a house in the woods kind of thing. The closest thing you can think of would be a character called Papa Mason. So he was the first The Billion Hands was sort of series of vignettes, kind of a group piece, lots of different plans. And one of them was this backwoods family whose patriarch was very abusive. But sort of the arc of that is, when he sees how the trauma of this has affected his children in the face of the apocalypse, he realizes his own monstrosity and dies in a redemptive act by drawing a horde to himself so that his surviving children can escape.
So we got a horde to look forward to.
That's
I think we just figured out how our Mark committed suicide.
Wait. There was the two casualties.
Yeah. Wheelchair Man and the other one. That's from the first movie, isn't it?
It's from the third movie, actually.
Oh, that's from the third movie. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of went out of order. It went 1, 3, 2 into the legs. Yeah.
The 3, 1, 2.
All right. Bear with me here, but maybe he's still alive.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm sorry, you're going to
The
have
job
to
is-
explain that.
You don't see scenes in a fucking movie in the fucking apocalypse. That doesn't happen.
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm fucking sure about that.
Just be some fucking crazy fan just wanting to recreate his favorite movies.
Even then,
Stranger Things has happened. Stranger Things has happened.
even
I don't buy
fucking
it.
then, that we have to come in with fucking open eyes because that means that somebody is doing this.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
means there's somebody's doing something with the fucking area.
Well, yeah, obviously, someone is doing this.
Fuck. Oh, god damn it. Fucker. This ain't right. There's a problem here.
Yes.
So, tell you what, let's just get some shut eye. We'll figure it out, and then in the morning, let's look around this barn. You know,
Yeah, no. I'll sleep tonight. You're right.
if we're lucky, there may be a couple bells, like for the cattle and stuff like that. If there's a horde or something like that, then we rig the bells up to the cowbells up to the drone, fly it around, ding, 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 dinner bell, so to speak. If it's here, we'll look, see if there's something like that.
While we're sleeping, I'd like to tap a reference.
Okay.
Specifically, I'd like to call into home office.
Okay.
Oh boy. You steward motherfucker.
So you get a man in a pork pie hat who's kind of skinny and sort of slides across the screen on his wheelie chair. He looks like he's in an air-conditioned office. He's like, "Oh hey, it's you. Hey, how you doing?"
Keep in mind, I work for not Apple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Replace the pork pie hat with a black turtleneck.
Yep, there we go. Rim. If anything, he has like rimless glasses.
Mm-hmm. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Following on a job in the area.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a guy who's been dealing with former director, zombie director.
The client is the cinematographer, the director.
Yeah. Yeah. You know my thing. Is he actually dead?
Thomas Naroth, you mean the director? Legally, yeah.
Homo sapien.
Physically?
Illegally?
We don't care. I mean,
All right.
he was a middle-aged man with no combat training in the apocalypse. You tell me.
Can I at least get a an overhead, just a few pictures? That would help me a lot.
You mean like overhead of where? Oh, do you mean of Thomas Neroth?
Yeah, his house. We're about to break into it, after all.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just let me just retest one of those satellites we have. It'll take a little while to repurpose a drone that we can, like a high altitude drone that we can send over the area. But yeah, I can get that to you. Let's see. So he's legally dead. So why are you going to a director's house?
Part of a job. Oh, hey,
Oh,
I've been meaning to ask. There's been a lot of servers dropping in the area. Do you have any idea about that?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, out of character, this is meta plot that I don't know if anyone else has established, so I don't want to contradict anyone. I think I saw something in the shared folder about some drone pirates doing it, but I don't know if that's been established in the shared campaign yet. And again, I don't want to contradict anyone. So does anyone out of character know that? Because I don't.
There's actually there is no in-character reason for it.
Yep.
There's no in-character reason for it?
Yes.
I mean, look, okay, so the best meta materials, they still have, shelf lives. You've got bad wind patterns. One of these things can drop for any reasons. It's a computer on a balloon. Something pops the balloon, server falls. They kind of come down on their own. Ideally, we'd have kept sending them up, but then the world ended.
Excellent. Sweet.
Okay, I'll get that footage to you, and then he gives you, the sort of the Modern Warfare 2 gunship camera kind of thing. Gray background, the occasional white or black shape moving around.
So thermal, basically like a thermal optic.
Thermal
White
optic.
black heat spot. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't see any heat patterns coming from the house itself. It does look like the generator still works. Like it's got some higher than average background radiation, so it looks like it has recently been used. You then get, oh, hey, is this maybe the guy you're looking for? A car driving around. You can see the heat signature from the engine and the driver, and a decent-sized pattern of black dots following it. Like he's not driving very quickly.
Well, there we go.
You have seen into the complication of this, which is that Thomas Neroth is only legally dead. He is.
Yeah.
I'll just read the text I wrote for you. So, incapable of coping with the reality of the crash, Thomas Neroth began staging events in the Lost to mirror scenes from their Billion Hands trilogy. Mechanically, he has the tough spot believer, and he is a meek. He's been deliberately infecting people, spreading the blight to local enclaves, and each leg represented a tableau he has put together. He essentially has been unable to cope with reality, not matching it with fiction, so he's been trying to make reality more like fiction. Because fiction he understands, and fiction he can deal with. He's planning his final big show. He's been driving around, pulling a horde of dead towards his cabin. Probably he's going to be taking himself out in an absurd display of glory, eaten by his own creations, quote unquote, his own creations. So the house probably does have what you want. It's just not going to be there for a while, or for very long, rather. You kind of want to smash and grab this.
Right. Well, good news that I have GhoulNet, so I have access to pretty much everything in the area from camera feeds. Let's get this shit going.
All right.
Hey,
So this happens while most of like all of us are sleeping, right?
Yeah, she's.
No, I wake you up immediately.
Oh, okay. I'm grumpy.
Oh, poor baby.
He's
Fuck to
he's like
work.
40 something, right? Like
I don't give a fuck how old you are. Get the fuck to work.
you should learn some manners, you know.
Welcome to living with her.
when you get 40, it's just nap time.
Not even my ex-wife was as bitchy as you are.
I don't fucking care. We are on a
Somebody wake Lonnie up. We're playing.
Lonnie?
I am quite awake.
Sorry, Chris. Go ahead. That was too good for me to shut up on.
Yeah, no, we're on a fucking time crunch. Get the fuck to work, everyone.
Someone
Okay,
got
so
opinion of themselves.
you're getting up and you're hiking out, earlier than you would like. You're getting out in that sort of pre-dawn where the light is kind of flat and grey. Everything you can see, but it's very muted colors, that kind of thing. You're heading through these winding paths through the forest towards this stream. You come across it's like the Platonic ideal of like artist's retreat. It's this secluded refuge from modernity. This log cabin. There's no satellite dish. You're not getting any wireless signals from anything in there, save the ubiquitous signals. It's overlooking this pond and a stream. There's a shaded porch. If this weren't the zombie apocalypse and also like 4 in the morning, for God's sake. Actually, it'd
Get
still
the
be happening.
fuck to work.
I'm gonna spend a charge on my Ubix and take a picture of this because this is truly art.
Yep, it's a nice house. So,
Which is that's my weak spot. So.
yeah. You want to gain the you spend some time photographing it and you gain a will back. Okay. So while the professor is doing that, so that's what you're doing for a while. Everyone else can take an action. So you have a log cabin. You have to gain access to it. You have a porch, what looks like a kitchen, probably some living spaces on the ground floor, and then maybe an office. And the upstairs is probably bathroom, bedrooms. So how are you getting in for one thing?
Well, he's not in the house, right?
He's not.
So we don't know that, do we?
I don't know that. I don't think so.
Oh, I'm gonna spend a charge on my drone.
Mm-hmm.
My special drone, which is the sneaky one.
Special drone.
Yeah,
Special.
it's the fully
Okay.
upgraded one.
And what are you doing with that?
I will do I guess, which would be better, an awareness or foresight check?
Again, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish with that, so I couldn't help until you told me that. Do you want to just sort of map out the area, or what?
I basically want to get into the property.
Okay. So that would be professional drone pilot to
Yep.
either fly in through the chimney or like smash a window.
Okay. Well, I'll fly in through the chimney because I'm really good at that.
Yep.
How tiny is this drone?
It's 25 years in the future. They've worked on miniaturization.
Well,
Yes.
10 over 3. So
What over 3?
10 over 3.
Okay.
Nice.
So you get this feed of the blackness of the chimney as you go down. My Outlook settings are still out of date. I'm aware. And you come into this, very kind of 70s, 80s space. A lot of throw rugs that have been like knitted in a tartan pattern. There's some posters, framed posters on the wall. Open space, kind of a ranch kind of plan. That's what ranch style house. Everything's off. You know, it does look like it's been inhabited. There's a half full,
Oh boy.
half full
Don't
glass of
die.
water on the table. But yeah, so this is a space that has been inhabited. You don't see anyone walking around.
Okay.
You are in the living space at the moment. Anyone else? What do you want to do?
I want to.
I'd like to check the outside for any obvious traps or anything.
Yeah, that would be awareness.
I'll use my binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be 14 over 5.
Okay, so you're sort of scoping out the area, keeping your distance, viewing through your binoculars, getting all the angles of the house. You don't see anything like bear traps, tripwires, whatever. Again, you're getting more evidence that this place has been recently inhabited. There is an artist's easel on the porch, like for a painting. And it's the porch overlooks the pond and the stream, and it looks like he has been attempting to paint it, like do a landscape. But you see a lot of black masses of figures in the painting. Like it would be a lovely pastoral scene were it not for all the zombies.
Sounds like something I would have to take. Damn you.
Anybody else got some ideas for what you want to do?
I'm gonna. Professor's going to basically scout, like look over the, like basically use his rifle and look, like sweep the area, see if he can see movement or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So again, give me awareness on that.
Yeah, that's. I have a digital scope, so that's +2 awareness. Ooh, that's a 11 over 8.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something out of character. I have a black dice next to me, a black D10, which I've been counting down every time someone's rolled something. It's currently on 8. It's currently on 8.
Yay, we're timers.
Wait,
Yep.
is it counting up or down?
It's counting down.
Countdown timers, my dude.
It's counted from 10 down to 8.
Ah, okay, that's not bad.
So remember, your job is break into this place and steal all this shit with the additional complication of do it quickly.
Yeah.
And that's the complication of do it quickly. Like there is a time limit. So I'm going to boot the door in, or pick the lock, or smash a window, or how are you actually entering the place?
I would like to pick a lock.
I would like to bust out a window.
Crashing the window will make sound.
Factotum spoke first, so we'll give it to him. Have you got lockpicking and a lockpicking kit? You have criminality?
Lockpicking falls under criminality, right?
Yeah, but you have the gear for it.
Crap, I actually don't.
I do.
Can I borrow your lockpicking kit?
You can ask me.
I am asking you.
All right. Let's play this out.
Okay, Factotum goes up to the lock, gets ready to pick it, starts patting down his pockets, and goes, "Oh, God damn it. Does anybody have lockpicks?"
You don't fucking have lockpicks.
Well,
Really?
if I did, I wouldn't be asking you.
Are you fucking kidding me? God, fucking. Yeah. Here, fucking. What are you useful for? You're barely fucking here.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I grabbed the lockpicks and set about picking the lock.
Okay, give me criminality.
11 over 4.
Okay, you get the door open. You all now have access to the place. So you know
I will
that
toss the lockpicks back. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So you know that the reels of film are in a wall safe. April told you that much. Probably that would be in the office. Probably that would also need lockpicking. Probably there's also other stuff in here that could be looted and sold. So Scavenging text to just generally loot things, and again, criminology to
Hold up.
criminality to lockpick. The wall safe if you find it.
Wait. Hold up. I have two separate drones who both have.
The drone he gave you didn't have the autonomous upgrade, so if you are going to pilot it, you have to be like that's what you're doing.
Okay, I have another drone that does have the autonomous upgrade. So,
Yes.
like, can I at least look around the building with them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dudes, I got to bounce, but Patrick, I did make a scavenging roll.
Okay, what was your score?
8 over 6.
8 over 6. Okay, you find a haul's worth of, we'll say, like his paintings worth 8 bounty. Okay, and see you, Aaron.
All right,
Okay.
sorry guys.
Yep.
No problem.
See you, Aaron.
We'll say he's off to kite the horde.
Should
Okay.
we be taking one? Couldn't we take one of these drones and possibly film this man's demise? Is this something we can make money off of? We get in here, get the shit, and then we just sit back and wait for him to die.
All right,
Yes.
so
Zombie universe snuff porn. Do it.
my drone operator skill was 10 over 4.
Okay, so you're scouting out the room. You do find the wall safe. No problem. You also find a lot of you'd call them like abortive first drafts of things. Like there's one of the rooms is full of storyboards, and another is full of like easels. Like this is a sort of a family lodge, but he's the only one there, so there's a lot of room for him to sort of dedicate to different crafts. And you guess that he's been spending this time here just trying to do things that weren't zombie related, but they always come back around to zombies. So like he'll try a screenboard for a romantic comedy, and eventually someone gets bitten. He does watercolors, and then eventually, there's a hand reaching out of the lake.
Jesus.
Dude's crazy. Dude's a meek. It all comes back to zombies for him. And you're down to 5 on the timer.
I go outside and grab the painting off the easel.
No, you're not, because the professor will already do that. This is art, and this needs to be conserved.
What are we? All right, remind me what we're trying to grab again.
Screenplay. We're basically going to grab the movie reels for the trilogy, like the original copies.
The original copies of the movie are in his wall safe.
Yep.
But there are other things in his apartment that would be. If you break into Brad Pitt's house, you can sell anything as Brad Pitt's shoes. It doesn't just have to be like stuff he took from set. You can find a buyer for anything related to this guy because celebrity.
All right, who among us has the highest awareness?
I have 2 plus 2. If I'm outside.
2.
My awareness lacks.
Yeah, 2 plus 2.
Okay, Martin Luther, you are going for the thing that we are trying to get.
Which is in the safe, so we needed someone who can lockpick it.
Okay, well, I'm right
Or
there.
Or find the code, or break it open.
All right, so we're at the safe.
Mm-hmm.
I will roll criminality. Well, I failed, so I'm going to tap my reference.
Okay. Who can tell you how to crack a safe?
Sorry, I'm thinking of a vaguely Apple-affiliated person.
Not Apple.
Orange. It's called.
Peach Electronics.
All right, hold up. I get in touch with dragon fruit.
Ooh.
Good name.
What about durian gray? He always looks so young.
No, stop it.
But it works in Tulip.
It does.
Nope, it's dragon fruit.
Yep. Hey, this gruff. He does work for Apple. He has. I mean, he works for Dragon Fruit. He does have the sort of the affluent techie thing, but Dragon Fruit fought his way out, so he has like scars clawed across his face. He sort of has this Ron Perlman growl to his voice. Hey, how you doing?
Hey. All right. I need a favor.
Uh-huh.
I need you to break this code.
If this is that, what was his name? Owen again? You wanted to get into his social media, find out about his girls. Look, more power to you. I'm tech positive, but like, come on, this is getting on stalking.
I'm sorry. I don't know, and I don't care. But listen, this is a job, and this is going to help us get farther on.
Usual rates, okay? This is off the books. I don't get, I don't get to charge for this. Invoices go to you.
Bullshit! This isn't off the books. This is on the books. I'll give you the usual. I'll give you the goddamn price.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So yeah, he gives you the okay. That looks like okay. That's one of those wall-type wall safes. They're they were pretty good for before the crash, but they got this factory reset thing. So you just need to hold down all the buttons on the top row, and then you type in 5527. And it gives you this thing to factory reset the wall safe, and it slides open. You see a haul's worth essentially of film canisters. So quite big. Like he was quite an old school artist. It was recorded on film and then they transferred to digital. So you have these big, like 35mm reel metallic canisters, and the clock ticks down. What is anyone else up to?
Can I roll scavenge just to see if I can rack up anything else in the house?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Ooh, 7 and 7. So that's not natural though.
Oh, not natural.
It's
Okay,
not natural.
Ain't natural.
You can spend a point to flip it. No, I guess not. If it's not natural, never mind.
Ticks down.
Money's nice, but I'd rather have it in case my ass gets in physical trouble.
Yeah. So you're kind of looking through, but a lot of it is like you don't really know who would buy books, or you would buy books if they were like practical stuff, like how-to guides, or like blueprints, owner's manuals, that kind of thing. This guy has a lot of books on like film theory and film history and art, and artsy stuff that doesn't really have much relevance in the post-apocalypse. Okay, timer's down to 3.
I take the film.
Operator to the film. Operator has the film.
We have it. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
film this.
I feel like we're working on borrowed time.
Hey, let's just get a safe distance away and drone operator, or could you film that? I mean, there you go. Like he staged this whole event. Just film it, man. We can make more money on it.
Question to the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any, when you, like the tubes, you can, like carry pictures in and so on?
Oh, yeah, like a poster canister. Yeah.
Are there any one of those around?
Roll scavenging.
Yep.
Like that is to find a specific valuable thing. If you're trying to take like an original poster,
I'm going to take one of his original art pieces because that can be sold for a lot of money.
Yeah, go for it.
You know what could be sold for a lot of money? Him.
No. This is art. This is art, my friend. Art has to be preserved. Art is what tells human history.
So give me that scavenging.
I hate the color layout on this sheet because it's really hard for me to read. There we go.
If it was a darker green, it would be better. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's even. That's 6 on 6.
That's a critical success.
Yeah.
Is that naturally 6 and 6, or is that modified?
No, it's not. It's modified.
Oh, ties go to the market.
Nope.
So,
don't see one.
Yep, I don't find it.
Yeah, unless you want to spend a will.
I'm gonna spend a will since I have.
Yeah. So you start looking through, and like you're kind of frustrated at first because like the films did really well, which means that even after he left the
Hey,
project,
we need
like
to fucking go now.
but then
No, this is important.
so
You obviously don't understand art.
yeah, after
Just
the
got
original
shouted
trilogy
back through the
came out,
house.
he was attached to he left the franchise, but the studio still owned the rights, so they started churning out these really schlocky B-movie sequels with like TV sitcom actors and like some sexy starlets like doing learning to kill zombies in space, and he actually has a lot of stuff from that, like almost as if he found that more comforting and fantastical than the gritty, realistic, like serious stuff he was doing. And so he has
material.
yeah, but not just that, but he has like a poster signed by all the cast and like a screenplay of like the 6th film, which was like released straight to streaming services and never saw like a critic's review screening. Like he has the original screenplay of that signed by the writer.
Ooh.
So that's worth 6 bounty and takes up a hole.
Yep, that I have only 1 hole, I guess. So.
Yep. We're down to 2.
Yep, I'm gonna take that.
All right.
Okay, now we're ready to go.
I'm gonna add that bounty to the pool, though.
All right. Well, set this straight. Hey, like, are you gonna film this? Like, dude, I hate being a vulture, but like, if we're not taking the man in alive, we can make so much more if we got him. Why don't we just film his final masterpiece? There you go. Boom.
I'm going to say out of character. That's not even a role. You just get detachment if you do that.
Yeah, sure. I need that fucking money.
I don't know how I don't feel comfortable by doing that.
Oh no, I'm doing
Well,
Okay, so he's
on a
a
revert.
member of the Meek, right?
Well, he's not a member of like a formal organization. Like there's not a church he's a member of. He's just broken in a way that makes him meek.
Oh, okay. But he's not infected.
Not that. Well, I mean, all you've
But
seen
as
in
far
this
as we
guy
know.
is all you've seen in this guy is a thermal imaging. Well, you've not even seen that. But like all you know about him, this guy is alive. He's only dead legally. He's dead in the sense that, he's dead because he crossed the quarantine line. So the government just went, fuck it, he's dead.
But I assume he's going to want to die in the cabin.
Yes, from what you've intuited of his actions and his motives, he is setting himself up to commit suicide by horde.
What the fuck are you doing? We're done.
I'm writing a letter.
We have our job fucking finished. We are out of here. Things are about to go real bad.
I have to agree. Much as
If this guy is as committed to his art as I think he is, death by horde would be what he was going to go for. And we don't want to be here.
Since I'm on a mission from God,
you can gain a will if you allow the clock to tick down, and you're writing like a don't do it note.
No. I'm going to write a note, and it's going to say it's never too late, and I'm going to leave my shot of suppressin on top of the note.
Oh my god!
So you're just like
gain a will,
losing the 6 bounty. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I've got a will.
You got a will.
Okay.
We tick down to 1. You hear an engine,
and away we go.
You hear a car engine. Okay, everyone give me athletics to get to a safe distance.
All right.
Remember, you can burn rations.
Gladly.
Remember, yes,
those rations.
You can burn extra rations.
Do I have to say I burn rations before or after the roll?
It's got to be before.
Yeah, it's got to be before. I'm slightly too light to GM for this game. And slowly continues.
So I have a +4 to my roll.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna burn 4.
Yeah, I got a 10 over 1, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, I critically succeeded.
I'm only burning 2 rations for this.
I'm hauling ass.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Did you fail or did you crit fail?
No, just regular fail. It's 10 at 10.
Oh,
You can spend a
dude.
will.
Yeah, you can spend a will.
Sure. I'll spend a will since I haven't done that all.
I will spend 1 to make the roll, and then I will spend 6 on top of that.
Okay. Yeah, well, this is like one of the final rolls of the session, so you might as well spend.
Mhm.
11 over 1.
So
I may
what
not have
happens
needed it.
is You figure out that
I
this
mean-
guy's coming in from the north, and the pond and the streams on the south, and the bodies of water form a natural barrier to the horde. So you guys figure like we'll just find a shallow in the stream and run across. Factotum has to spend the will because like he gets his leg stuck in the mud. So there's that moment of like oh god, and you panic, and then your leg comes free, the mud comes free, and you're away. Now, do you make the movie?
Oh, I made mine
yes.
too, by the way.
Fuck yes, we do,
Oh, yes.
because we need to make fucking money.
Yeah.
Okay, as I say, that's not even a roll. Take
Everybody
2 on
just-
detachment. Certainly the people who are making it, if not to just stand there and be participant in it. Like if you're a participant in it, roll versus detachment because holy shit, like operator's fucking crazy.
not
I
taking
will
a
roll
part of-
versus
What do you mean I'm
detachment
fucking
then.
crazy? I'm trying to make fucking money.
I
We're
mean,
making a snuff film.
the professor is not a part of this. This is gross.
I was
Crit
trying to say
success.
Oh no, you're not rolling. You're taking detachment.
All right, fine.
I failed 6 under 7.
Take a detachment.
So just 1 detachment.
Yeah.
Heavy sigh for GM.
You take 1 detachment to make the film. Roll detachment versus trauma to watch it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna watch it.
Okay, well we kind of have to
Oh
see.
yeah,
the
I'm
camera's-
definitely not watching it.
You have to see. You have to see the drone's feet to make sure that it's framed right and that you can see it. It doesn't. It's
No,
not
It's
worth
on the top
anything
of
if
this.
it doesn't.
No.
It's not worth anything if it doesn't show it.
Come
No,
on, Chris,
no, I
we need that
don't.
money.
No, I don't.
Terrible.
I really
All
don't
right.
have.
don't try and metagame your bad idea now, mister.
Yeah, this was all you, man.
Let me roll self-control again.
No, like I say. Okay. We can say because you already rolled. We'll say that roll was against the trauma, just because, as I say, I'm too nice as a GM.
Hey Patrick,
Yeah.
I rolled again.
Yeah.
Roll versus
Got a pair of
trauma.
10s. Natural.
Fuck you.
Wow.
You're
Yeah.
fine. This is good.
The market likes you, doesn't it? The god of the loss. Yeah,
All right.
it captures everything. The man he drives in like you can tell he was driving kind of slow beforehand just to make sure he was building up the following, and then he sped up so that he had time to like get out of his car, run into his house as the horde approaches, and like have his dramatic last stand. But like yeah, you get a good view as like the door gives way, the horde comes in, he's sort of making pot shots with this old revolver he has. He's screaming, he might be singing, you're not sure. And then one like gets him on the ankle he wasn't seeing, and then that brings him down, and then it goes badly very quickly. And you witness the death of the godfather of the zombie genre. Yay!
Jesus.
Well, luckily I'm dead inside.
The weight of the horde, like stampedes are measured in like tens rather than ones. The weight of the horde all sort of pressing in, like basically mean the cabin sort of collapses in on itself. So like the stampede is kind of contained. You make your way back to your respective enclaves. Someone is rubbing their microphone in kitty litter. You make your way back to your respective enclaves. A drone comes to deliver, to receive the film reels, and the bounty is delivered. So, what was the point about? I wasn't keeping track of everything. It was 65 for the job, and then you all gathered a lot of stuff. So, argue amongst yourselves on how that's divvied up. What was the total?
Shit, I forgot to note down how much I got for the posters and like screen and the script.
I remember that was 6 because we had the conversation about was it a natural double 6 or a critical double 6.
Yeah, those. So we're up to 71 as far as I know.
Okay.
You're counting the 13 I found in the barn too, right?
No. Then we are at 84.
And the 4 that I found early in the game.
85. No, that's 88.
Yep, Aaron found 8 before he left. And we didn't roll price on the zombie film, the snuff film that you shot.
96 besides the snuff film.
Somebody
so it's
rolled
96
networking to
before
find
the
a
snuff.
buyer?
96 before the film, at least.
Yeah, so someone rolled networking to find a buyer for a snuff film?
You
Well,
know,
someone knows a guy.
God, haven't you used that already?
No, he always
He already
succeeds in
used it.
networking tests.
Oh, okay.
The downside for him is that he has to spend will to make it a critical, and also he gets a debt each session, so he had to spend 5 bounty to counteract the competition this time. That was his.
Okay.
So I guess if he was here for the rest of it, we'll say that yes, you find someone. But then how would that price be determined because you didn't roll? And normally the price be determined by the roll. I guess I'll just roll myself. Yeah. 8 bounty, another 8 bounty. You rolled 8 over 7.
All right.
So we're at 106.
106 split 6 ways.
Let's see here. That's 17.6 bounty.
So 17 bounty for.
Does that mean 17 for 2 of you and 18 for 4? Is that right?
No, 6.
No, it's 17.66666 recurring.
Okay,
So it's
17 for 4
it's
and
17
16 for 2.
No.
no, it'd be 17 for 4 and 18 for 2.
Yeah, you're right. No.
I mean, I'd argue that operator deserves that extra 1 bounty.
You got 2 drones.
You have a second
Oh,
drone you can like pawn.
Yeah, there's also that.
So you're not getting 18.
So
That-
you have a backup. You have a spare.
Yeah.
And it was my idea as well. So I mean, if you want to argue that, but
There's also the guns you
Well,
found in the
we're-
barn that you can sell.
I'm not selling mine. I need a sidearm.
Yeah, that's fine.
we can all agree that our face didn't show up until after he was useful. Deserves less bounty.
Look, frankly, I am willing to take 17 rather than 18 if it means being done with dealing with you psychos.
Oh, don't worry, you're a psycho too.
I mean, I can take 17. It's fine.
No, actually, I think Professor deserves that 18. He did a lot of work this time.
My first day on the job as well. Like,
Yeah.
I hope I made a good impression, you guys.
I'm just saying, factotum, not so much.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
the
not,
one
I'm
thing
not
he was there
concerned
for.
about the impression I made.
Yeah, the one thing you were there for, you didn't actually do.
hey, well, I guess I'll be working with you guys again sometime. Chris, is your character female, by the way? Or
Yes,
is it, okay.
operator is
cool.
female.
All right. But Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
anything else
that's
you wanna
a
cover?
big part of why Factotum isn't arguing with this.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys think of the game?
Yeah. What did you think?